Everybody now, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Part 4 and in tonight's session. I'm not really sure where the story takes us from here. I know that we were last in the Jedi Temple. We received the lightsaber, and then we had a little bit of a side questy thing that we were doing where we convinced somebody to go back to the Jedi Temple after killing their own master. And the name of that individual has completely escaped me. So it has been, I think, 2 weeks since we played this, because last week, unfortunately, we were trying to recover from getting COVID, which was not particularly the most fun thing to do. I hope everybody's had a pretty good week. Thanksgiving was pretty good. We had a pretty good Thanksgiving dinner at my parents', so I could have sworn we did this part. Mission seems rather distant. Maybe we should talk to her. Let's speak to Mission.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How did you and Zalbar hook up?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Hey, you're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Vulkars didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Vulkar a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
It's pretty awesome. And what did the other 2 Vulkars do?
The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Vulkar was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. Keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Vulkars would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z is a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets.
Oh, you're here. Welcome to your stream. I know, I'm the last person here. I was having a lot of technical troubles. I think we've got it all worked out, but I had to restart the network. I had to restart the computer updates and like the whole 9 yards. But I think we're finally here. I think we're finally good. How's it going, V? How's your week this week? You're a technical trouble. You're not wrong. I am very troublesome.
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is.
Super busy.
Not what he was. He and Zalbar like to live in the present.
I should get back to the task at hand. Guess what? Well, you had previously told me on Wednesday that you received the iPad that you needed in order to begin your tutoring. Is that right? Is there more to that I'm supposed to be guessing?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Well, gee. I could have sworn that we had already come through in here and everything. Got my iPad Pro, and I'm going to start looking into a MacBook. Very good. Yep, all in the objective of getting into the tutoring thing. So, and accessories. Yeah, stuff adds up for too long. But I'm glad that you're starting to get the things that you need in order to start up on that tutoring business.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I find your quest for knowledge admirable, but I do not want to overwhelm you with the long history of the Jedi Order. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the Sith.
Mm-hmm. Where I find a way to stop the Sith.
Your confidence is admirable, but you must
All
guard
for
against
work.
pride
Exactly.
and arrogance. These lead to the dark side.
Yeah, we've had a
Revan's
pretty
tale
good
shows us
long
how
weekend,
even the
so
greatest of
I've been
Jedi
for it.
fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson. May the Force be with you.
Who am I supposed to talk to? We were supposed to talk to somebody to report on the happenings of that operation we did. I'm satisfied, so I saved $200 when I bought my iPad. That's good. Yeah, it's always good when you can save quite a bit of money from all that. How was Thanksgiving and the yummy food? That was actually quite wonderful. We had a very good Thanksgiving with my family, and you know, everything pretty much went according to plan for the most part. The bummer out of all of it is the unfortunate loss of this really pretty serving tray that came to me through my late grandmother. It fell out of the car when Keo went to open the door, and it crashed to the pavement and shattered. So that was kind of unfortunate. But aside from that, the rest of the holiday was really good. Sorry to hear. No, it's okay. That's just kind of the thing, is that although, you know, we did really have the intention of taking good care of it and putting it to good use, my grandmother is the kind of individual who would have, you know, held us carefully and told us it's a thing and it can be replaced. So even though that particular thing was, we come to find it was actually, it was old. It was from the 60s, and it was expensive. But what can you do, you know? See the quest log, go in menu, and click on the question mark. How's it going? The Christopher 4? Yeah, thank you. I'm sure that I'm gonna pick up where that. Yeah, I know that I knew that was in here, but it's kind of the trouble with picking things up after like 2 weeks of not playing, trying to figure out where exactly things are at. You've redeemed the fallen Jedi Padawan Juhani and removed the dark taint from the meditation grove. Okay, so I'm sure we need to talk to somebody here.
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the
Big
way
Knights of the
light.
Old Republic fan? That's
You are to
awesome.
be
Thanks for
commended
streaming this
for your
game.
role in
Absolutely.
this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Go to Master Jar and inform him that Juhani has returned to us. I think you may be nearing the end of your apprenticeship.
Quite possibly. Yeah, welcome in. We are working through what is my first time playing through Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I have never played this game through before. I have started it and made it less than an hour in several times, so this is the first time that I've ever actually put in any amount of real progress into it, which is pretty cool. Kill Yoda. Little shit, that's not Yoda. When it comes and goes, Sarge, exactly. It absolutely does. So yeah, this is my entirely first experience with Knights of the Old Republic. I've been enjoying it pretty well so far. This is actually one that's I've been meaning to play for a long time, and it hasn't been a lack of intrigue to get into this, you know, into this game, so much as every time I pick it up, something else comes along that has been of more interest to me. So somebody in the community finally had spent their channel points to redeem Pick a Game, and they told me to play this one. So this has been kind of on the back burner for me for a very long time. So it is a good opportunity for me to actually like delve in and experience it. And just so that everybody's aware, I have got the first 2 sessions of our play session, or of our playthrough on this, uploaded to the YouTube channel as well. So, and if anybody is looking for those old VODs, you can definitely check those out over at the YouTube channel. Posted the link there for you. And I've got everything up to date, pretty much, with the exception of Part 3 of Knights of the Old Republic. So, yeah, it's all there. You just gotta check them out later. Exactly. So I even got the finale of Age of Calamity put up there from our playthrough on Wednesday night. Speaking of which, because we are a Zelda variety channel here, our entire Zelda series playthrough is coming to a near finish. With the completion of Age of Calamity on Wednesday, we will finally be starting what will be my second playthrough of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, starting next Tuesday, and we'll be playing that one through. Once we're done with that, we will have made it through pretty much almost the entire Legend of Zelda series. So well, you don't have to enjoy it. It's fine. You do not have to enjoy the newer Zelda series. It is not actually my favorite amongst it either, but that's just fine.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our order.
There we go. Could have sworn we did this part last time. Padawan.
I must congratulate you on your actions. You have saved Juhani and brought her back into the Order, and have given us all great hope for your future success. May the Force be with you as you continue your training.
Your training is now complete, Padawan.
You've gained their confidence.
And
Now
perhaps
kill them all.
It is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for.
I don't think I really have any questions. I'll investigate the ruins right away.
Be sure to bring Bastila with you. There is a powerful link between you, and you will need to draw strength from each other during the trials ahead.
Okay. So, we need to add... Oh, it's already selected her. Okay. Let's see. Let's take Zalbar with us.
I demand justice! The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Faces
You
of light upon
Jedi are
Dantooine.
good for nothing but talk. I shall only only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as
They
the
all
threat
kind of
from
have
Darth
ugly
Malak and
faces,
the
not
Sith
gonna
may
lie.
be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matali we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
Shall look into it at once.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course. But the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi.
Voice is familiar. There's probably a lot of familiar voice actors in here.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time. Something which carries its own rewards.
We have level up. Let's see. How do I... There we go. And, yeah, there we go. Perfect. It's the old guy's name. Vrook Lamar.
What?
Alright, so where should we begin looking for this missing son? Investigate runes and Sandral Matali feud. Believes that the head of the rival Sandral family, Nuruk Sandral, has kidnapped his son, Nurik Sandral. So I guess we just wander around. He's Santa in Elf. That's not a movie I'm particularly familiar with personally. Nobody in my family growing up, nor Kyo, particularly care much for that movie at all. So yeah, it's just not one that I'm too familiar with. These do not go anywhere. Mr. Fredrickson and Up. That is one I do know. Corral Car. And a few protocol droids. I really can't get over how much this track sounds like Morrowind. Can tell that they definitely came from the same era, all from the same composer. Leia. Don't need you. Out to the courtyard, perhaps? Juju Vampire, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, we are just getting started here with some Knights of the Old Republic. I was having some technical difficulties at the start of the stream, but I think we've got it ironed out now. Seems that everything is now in proper working order, and we should be pretty much good to just press on tonight as much as possible. These are all just settlers. Is there another area that I haven't seen yet? I feel like there's gotta be. Clearing out my area, put a rug down so my feet will be warm during the winter for my PC desk. That is awesome. I'm actually thinking about doing a little bit to my area as well. So you guys that have been around for a while know that I keep my PS4 Pro literally on my desk right here. And I've been seeing these ads for this this company that does, I think they're called Hide It, and they just make specific mounts that go on the wall so you can mount your consoles and stuff behind or next to your computer screens or your TVs. And it's just designed to be something to help clear up the clutter. And I'm honestly thinking about doing that with my PS4 Pro down here to get it up off the desk, because it's always in the way. You have the look of a seasoned Pazak player about you. I dabble in it from time to time myself. Care for a game? No, I think I'm done with Pazak. Who are you? I'm Solana, to be perfectly blunt, a business about my own. I do not offer you, though, the company of my time for a game or two, Pazak. Do you care for a hand? Not right now. Do I know any good tool sets to use on a PS3 to clean up the inside? I personally am not too familiar. I've never really been inside of a PS3. I do know that there's a specific screwdriver that you need with a... It's kind of got like a star-shaped head to it. I'm not too familiar with it, but I do know somebody who is. So that's not something I can answer for you right now, but if you want to shoot me a message on Discord, I'll hit up my contact and see if I can get that information for you, if you don't find it on your own first. Say cockroaches, those little... Oh my gosh, no. That's awful. Now, we have a local friend here who works in console repairs and does all sorts of cleaning. So yeah, we just happen to know people. I just don't know where I'm supposed to go to find out. Who knows? Mercantile, Jedi Council Chamber, Outer Courtyard. This is not helpful. I'm just not finding this name of this individual, but I'm thinking there must be another area of Dantooine I have not yet been to. West, south. And there's more people over here. It's Elise. Adam LARP. Ha. LARP. That's funny. I know they've been in it. I don't see no outside cockroaches, but the inside I powered it after a year. I smell cockroach poop. I hate cockroaches. Wish I could sue my apartment complex I was living in. They said cockroach free, but the proof is in my PS3 and some DVDs. That is awful. Thankfully, that's not something that we really have to deal with here, but I've heard horror stories in other places, which is kind of like that. It would be absolutely disgusting to have to deal with them. Locally, we actually have a different problem, and it's these ugly, awful elm seed bugs. And I hate the stupid things because they are small and capable of crawling in through windows, tiny little crevices, what have you. And they have absolutely zero self-preservation because you can spray down a layer of insecticide and you can put down a nice hefty dose all over the windowsill, and they do not care. They still come through, and they die in droves right on your windowsill because they crawl through poison and they just don't care. Kill all the bastards. Gaining some extra experience. No, I'm pretty sure we were not supposed to kill them. Oh no, Rar!
cannot-
Your Rar didn't work. I'll fix. That's one sad thing about these bastards. One in the apartment building is infected. Yeah, this is kind of the unfortunate thing about pests, is that once one turns up, you know that there's gotta be tons more coming. Yeah, gotta hate it. How you doing this evening, Rar? Kill Rar too, you can have her. No, we're not gonna kill Rar. We like Rar. Okay, how you guys? We're doing pretty good here. Not too bad. We started off the stream with some technical difficulties. Trying to get everything started was kind of a process and a half, but we're at it now, and it's all fine. Other than that, doing good. Looking for a job. Going to get myself a somewhat decent chair. Get me some microfiber rags again. Clean up my DVDs. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, best of luck with the job hunting. I know that sometimes job hunting can be kind of a bit stressful, so I hope that that doesn't end up being too much for you. Yeah, there we go. Ancient droid. This droid is speaking a language you do not recognize. Uh-oh. What language is that? What are you trying to say? It's speaking a language you do not recognize. It's a different language, though. Basil, do you have any idea what this droid is saying?
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
Can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders. Hey, I understood that.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid
The droid is
be
joking.
programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
Just like killing things in games. All good, I want to get a Christmas tree. I'm gonna buy one on my day off. Sweet. Yeah, you're not of a slave species. Neither are you of the builders. You are like the one who came before.
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
Have I seen the Ahsoka TV series? I have, actually. I really enjoy the Ahsoka series. There was quite a bit of stuff in that one that I felt like it was actually really cool to see, but at the same time I'm like, okay, but you also did this in Rebels, and I'm not so sure if I like reusing some of the same stuff, but yeah, I personally really enjoyed Ahsoka. Getting King started on that is a hot take. I prefer the animated version, but I can deal with the live action. Yeah, I don't particularly love Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. The crazy thing is, when you get to looking at the actress, the voice actress who originally did the voice acting for Ahsoka, she would have actually made a pretty convincing live action Ahsoka if they had put her in as a live action, but you know what Disney's gonna do. What are you? Why are you here? I am the Overseer. The Builders programmed me to enforce discipline among the slaves while this monument of the power of the Starforge was constructed. At project completion, all slaves were executed. I was reprogrammed to serve should a builder return in search of knowledge of the Starforge. Sorry about that, guys. How long have you been here? My chronological circuits have marked over 10 full revolutions of system's outermost planet around the sun since the builders have left. Bless you. Thank you.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. The builders constructed my chronological circuitry using the technology of the Starforge itself. My calculations are infallible. What are these builders you keep talking about? The builders are the great masters of the galaxy, the conquerors of all worlds, the rulers of the infinite empire, and the creators of the Starforge.
These builders must have been an extinct people, though it is strange there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
In the words of the Godfather, my boy, look how they massacred my boy. I had a feeling the blue guy, he must be talking about Thrawn, was still alive, and in my opinion hasn't been cut off or blown up. They're not dead. Yeah, that generally seems to be the case, but yeah, Thrawn is pretty prominent in the expanded universe as being a military leader, so it kind of made sense that he wouldn't have been so easily destroyed by the events that transpire in Rebels. So, don't want to talk about Disney's treatment of Thrawn outside the books. I'm sorry, King. Sometimes when you have a beloved character, you're just going to be expecting to see that other people's adaptations or translations of certain things are going to differ. I mean, I could absolutely just bitch and complain about how Boba Fett was handled. The Book of Boba Fett, I honestly had expected more from it, but I took what it was and I still ran with it, even though it wasn't the appropriate portrayal of what I expected from Boba Fett. I just find enjoyment in things even if it's not the way that I would have done it, so that's just me. I just find enjoyment out of the things that I usually do like, so. Boba deserved better. I mean, boobs sometimes deserve better, you know, it just... It's a good typo. Droid speaks Selkath, maybe they were the builders. Selkath never nothing but slaves and servants of the true masters. Like the other species, they bowed down before the might of the builders and the Starforge. The empire of the builders is infinite and everlasting. None can stand against their might, the power of the Starforge. What is the Starforge? The Starforge is a glory of the builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. That doesn't really answer my question, but okay. But what is it? What does it do? The Starforge is the glory of the builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It's a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. Not very helpful, droid.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Could have been a factory or a weapons plant.
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Let's see. Tell me about Revan and Malak, the ones who came before us. The ones who came before you, the ones like you, not builders, but not slaves, sought knowledge of the Starforge and its origins. They proved themselves worthy. They discovered the secrets of the Starforge locked beyond the sealed door behind me, but there was another who failed to unlock the secrets and paid the ultimate price.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
Oh yeah. Did you kill the Jedi over there? I am not programmed for combat. I did not harm the one who failed. This temple's own protections will destroy those who seek knowledge of the Starforge if they are deemed unworthy. Ask it if it has cheesecake. Do we have cheesecake? How can I prove myself worthy? Enter the proving grounds to the east and the west. Within them, those who understand the will of the builders can unlock their secrets and open the doors. Those who fail will be destroyed by the power of the temple itself. More than this, I am not programmed to say.
Revan and Malik unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge.
And if it doesn't,
now Malik is
kill
using
it.
the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
Alright, well this seems like a great place to put a save. Oh, I was right. There was another that was further in. Oops. Alright, here we go. There's another Guardian droid in here. Don't see any other things in here, so let's see what we can do. Oh, there is another in here.
Let's make this quick. There, take that.
How can I help? It was less of a dream.
Nope, nope, nope. I am caught in dialogue.
As you wish.
Okay, use. The ancient computer hums and throbs as you approach it. Its screen flickers to life and a stream of incomprehensible characters scroll across it. Press a button, press many buttons at random, talk to computer, kick computer, computer skill, attempt to slice the ancient system. Failure, given no knowledge of the ancient system and a patent inability to read its output, your attempt is doomed. Press a button. A new sequence of equally incomprehensible characters appears on the screen. Press another button. Press many buttons at random. Kick the computer. You kick the computer, your foot hurts. Nice. Talk to the computer. Computer goes silent, screen blank, a few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. Computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of those tones softly echoed by your datapad. A small data receptacle opens the front of the ancient machine. I kind of find it highly unlikely that this location has been here for this long, and the Jedi are like really don't know anything about it. It's like not even 5 minutes from their front door, and they haven't been bothered to like delve in here and crack the secrets here. Seems unlikely. Insert your datapad into the receptacle. Computer seems to be interfacing with your datapad. The screen goes blank again, and then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. Hersiki, Jisofs, Uwin, Sohu, Itasuf. Press the button. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent again, humming softly. It seems processing data from your datapad. Your datapad is released from the receptacle and the machine goes silent for a moment before flickering to life again. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Continue. Interrogative. Identify the 3 primary life-giving seed world types. Oh. Life-giving seed world types? Probably grassland, volcanic, to death guardian. Oh, shit. I would really have thought volcanic would have been one of the applicable answers, but I guess not. All I can say is, oh, how exciting! Okay, so not volcanic. Identify the 3 primary life-giving seed world types. So we got grassland. It's not going to be barren. Oceanic and arboreal. Life-breaking, life seal. Okay. Cool. Now then, on to the next one. We should probably save again. Oh, not very friendly. There we go. Okay, Hamstrab's approach to scheming frivolous life, a stream of incomprehensible characters. Scroll across it. Talk to the computer. Computer goes silent. Screen blank views. Unusual characters then begin to appear on the screen. Insert datapad into the receptacle. Talk to the computer. Goes silent again. Humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your datapad. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Continue. Identify 3 primary death-giving seed world types. Okay, well that's probably going to be desert, volcanic, and barren. Like, this isn't even really a hard puzzle to talk about either. Like, whatever. It's all good. Easy peasy. Okay.
Yes?
Let's all get healthy here, shall we?
Sure.
Okay, now then. This has a lot of intrigue to it. I'm very curious about all of this stuff. It was definitely worth playing in this far.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
I don't get it. Is this the Starforge?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves. But we must be wary.
The Atrium Forge?
They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
I still don't understand what about the Starforge. What does it do?
I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more. But I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and His-Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates.
Of course there is.
Corrupted data. And there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Perhaps those worlds have more clues.
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge. And some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
Probably. Well, neat. Yeah, now you need to find random pieces of very special ore in order to use this forge. Like, Jeremy Sewell isn't the only informed Bethesda took from this game. What? Jeremy Sewell isn't the only informed Bethesda took from this game? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Informed. Oh, influence. Okay, yeah. I was like, what? That does make a lot more sense. Woohoo, more things to kill. Get dead, punk. Oof. Strange ruins. Path south, path south. What? I've already been down that way, so I'm guessing we're not going that way again. We're not gonna leap to action like we usually do.
The Force fights with me!
Still have no idea where on Earth we're supposed to find the other individuals for that other quest we were working on.
I heard another Republic fleet was wiped out in this sector. I hope they don't find the Jedi here.
That would be bad. Sorry, we're gonna save again. Kind of made a habit of saving frequently while I was playing through Republic Commando on my own time this last week. Playing on hard mode was something else. I'd have segments of the game where I'd literally be saving every 5 minutes.
You have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
We found an incomplete star map and mention of something called a Star Forge.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what
Why
it
are
might
both
do.
of your mouths moving?
We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done.
Oh, okay. I guess we are not...
Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council
Shut up,
are in
Dinosaur Yoda.
agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets.
He doesn't
But it was incomplete.
blink
It did
with
not
his
show the
eyes
location
together.
of
He
the
does them
Star
separate.
Forge itself.
Bugs me.
We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
I am ready to do the Council's will.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Good, others will only slow me down. Am I to undertake this task alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Let's see. There are others that want to join me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
Alright. You can count on me. I will not fail.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Cool. We will do our best to try and stay on the light side through this. Although I must admit, I think at a later time, I may likely play and see what I can do to stay here, to see what happens if you join through the dark side. So yeah, with my intrigue on the Star Wars series right now, playing through Jedi Survivor and just kind of playing through a lot of these, I'm likely to play the Force Unleashed games again. Padawan, a word if I may. There are many rumors about your most recent meeting with the Jedi Council. There is talk that you are sending you on a mission to help us against Malak and the Sith. How do you know the Council gave me a mission? I saw you going into the Council chambers. You were in there for some time. I naturally assumed the Council had given you a task to perform. Please understand that I'm not asking you to reveal anything that could endanger the Order of the Republic. Or the Republic. Whatever task the Council has given you is for your ears, not mine. I only wanted to wish you well, and to warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. What are you talking about? Master Doric has been training me to succeed him as chronicler here in the Academy. In my studies, I have come across tales of creatures that are born of the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations is the Terran Tatek, a beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Over the centuries, many Jedi have fallen to their ravenous hunger. What makes this creature so dangerous? The Terran Tatek is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They are incredibly strong with a primal cunning, and they have inborn resistance to the Force. There are some who believe that the Terran Tatek is a monster bred by the ancient Sith. Wow, that went fast. Fortunately, the Terran Tatek is quite rare. They only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, it has not been seen in nearly 40 years. Why are you worried about them now? This is not the first time that the Terran Tatek has vanished for long periods of time. Many believe that they can lay dormant for years, only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malak's rise may have woken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I would not be surprised if the Council organized another great hunt to try and exterminate them. The Great Hunt? What's that? The Great Hunt was organized by the Jedi Council shortly after the war against the Exar Kun. Jedi were scattered through the galaxy, helping to rebuild them from devastation. Many Jedi vanished during this period, disappearing from a variety of worlds without warning. We did not know they had been slain until their mutilated bodies began to be discovered. The Council investigated and discovered that Terran Tatek were behind the killings. It was decided the galaxy had to be purged of these insatiable monsters. though the cost proved high. So the Jedi just killed these creatures. The Terran Tatek are an abomination. They are ruthless engines of death and destruction. The Council had no choice but to destroy them for the greater good of the galaxy. Many Jedi banded together and journeyed to the planets that were suspected of harboring the Terran Tatek. The Great Hunt did not rest until all the creatures had been slain, or almost all. There were still rumors of the Terran Tatek on the planet of Korriban, a dark world some believe to be the birthplace of the Sith. That is where Exar Kun was corrupted during the First Sith War. They never went to Korriban. The Council, fearing the more Jedi might fall to the dark side, declared the Great Hunt was officially over, though 3 Jedi were appointed to continue the work. Why, what was so special about those 3? The Jedi chosen to continue the hunt on their own were Duran Keldroma, Gun Han Saresh, and Shaile Nur. These 3 shared a powerful bond. Oh, wow, okay. The Council felt that together they would be able to defeat any Terran Tatek that they found, and by supporting each other, they could resist the temptations of Korriban and the lure of the dark side. But none of the 3 survived. Their master felt them become one with the Force when they left this world. He believed they were slain by one of the monsters they'd sought. The Council felt it was too dangerous to send anyone else in search of their remains, so their exact fate is not known. But let their deaths serve as a warning to you, Padawan. Thanks for the warning, I'll be careful. A final warning as you go, Padawan. Do not underestimate the Terran Tatek. If you do, you may suffer the same fate as those who disappeared after the Great Hunt. Lovely. Okay. We still have that other quest we want to do, though, right? You will be accompanied by Juhani. Oh, we don't want that. Quest for the Starforge. We want to look at this one, the Sandril Matale feud. Ellen Matale has approached the Jedi Council, demanded action, and believes that the head of the rival Sandril family, Nurik Sandril, has kidnapped his son. It's decreed that you may investigate the disappearance so long as it does not distract from your main quest. So, anybody that's familiar with this, could you give me any kind of an indication on where I'm supposed to begin for that? I got tired of the freaking mobile crap here on PC. Sweet! Love being on PC. Hey look, Mom, I'm on PC. Thank you for the hydrate, Rar. Appreciate it. Rar, how's your week been? How's the weekend going for you? Hey Ma, look, it's me. I really don't want to miss out on this side quest. I really kind of want to do it. You're gonna see Five Nights at Freddy's tonight. Ooh! So you're gonna be leaving us after probably not too much longer then. Very nice. That should be a good time. You'll have to let us know how it is. Make sure you drop your thoughts and comments for it in the movies section when you're done. Hey, Matthew Lillard. Okay, but seriously, anybody have any ideas where we're supposed to find the individuals associated with this quest? Because I really have no idea. Who's this person? That's just a Jedi.
If you are seeking information, perhaps the Jedi Council will help. I'm afraid I cannot.
Ursula seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should try talking to her about it.
How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us.
Did I check under Sora's bed? I have
not.
not.
Dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
I think you're interested in more than just the bond between us. Not looking for anything there. Doesn't the bond mean my presence is necessary? I don't believe this bond. Regardless of what the Jedi Council say, I don't still understand this bond of ours.
Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Our relationship? Is this some kind of clumsy come on? No, okay. I'll answer a few questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a Hutt in human form plotting to overthrow the Republic. I'm sick of answering questions. Nothing extravagant. I'm a soldier.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Duralia. It's in a remote system. Why?
Excellent. Your current age is?
3012. Healthy living, you know? Isn't all this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find out?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again
The name
later.
is Bond. James
You've
Bond.
had time to think about all this.
Wahoo. I did, and all I found was Roxas. Matthew Lillard is in it. He's also Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. Okay, so I have a face for them. I'm just not particularly familiar with that individual in anything else. You are a Jedi. I'm grateful that your people harbor me in my times of need. Oh, what happened to you? I'm a victim, a refugee. Yes. I fled from my world. Once the Sith fleet comes, they bomb my world to destroy it. They scour the continents, boil the oceans. Sith are bad, yes. But I ran here. The Jedi already here, unknown. They take me in. One left. Republic fights, but does not win. Not you to blame, of course. No, the Sith are strong and destroy those who would oppose them. Yes. My thanks you have in your order. Is there anything else you require? Might give something back? No, it's fine. Settler.
Rahatia Sandral is a nice young woman, but her father has been keeping her at their estate since her brother went missing.
The estate. Okay, where is it?
I don't understand why the Jedi Council are hiding here. Shouldn't they be helping the Republic?
Okay, so this isn't like an official Jedi temple. The Jedi are just staying here. And the Sith don't know that they're here. Okay, but like seriously, where is this estate?
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see?
Your companion?
We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if he... Could he have been kidnapped?
Could it have been a Cathhound, or been Cathhounds?
Cathhounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No, it must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked.
Did somebody break it down?
No, the door was undamaged and showed no signs of tampering.
Could have been open from the inside.
Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming...
Oh, he's a droid. Missing companion is a droid?
Well, yes, he is a droid, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine.
You live alone with this droid. What exactly did you use him for again?
He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound. Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me.
If I happen to see him, I'll send him back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
Okay.
What can I
Restricted
do?
by armor. Okay, I do not know whether we're going to come across that droid or not, but we'll see what happens. So fun fact, when Metallica did the 1987 Monsters of Rock Festival in the UK, the show was interrupted by Bon Jovi's helicopter flying in during their set and drowned out their music. So Metallica put a sticker on the headstock of his Explorer. Metallica put a sticker on the headstock of his Explorer with the words "Kill Bon Jovi" on it. Jeez. I'd be pretty irritated too, though. You know, I'm up here trying to do my thing, and then somebody else comes in, absolutely, unnecessarily, disrupting my show. Would be kind of upsetting. Metallica for the second instance. No worries. Okay, those are Mandalorians.
Holding out on this kid. If you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
Uh-oh.
No, please. Take my wife and children.
Jeez.
And anything.
Christopher Elford, thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate it.
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So be it.
Yes?
Mandalorian bastard. Where are you going?
Let's make this quick. There.
Well, there's that. Remains. How many republics that Sarge take from him being an old knight who loves being at wars and the Death Stars? How's it going, Scorns? The answer is all the republics. That is indeed the answer. All the republics. There is something else out here. I knew it. I've been making a little bit of progress in the main story, but now I'm doing a little bit of side questing. So we're just trying to determine if we can find, well, there's a lost droid out there somewhere, first and foremost. Metale droid, okay. There's somebody that's been kidnapped as well.
This is private property.
Side quests? Hardly met him.
Are you trespassing on this estate?
I come on behalf of the Jedi Council. I wish to speak to Alan Metale.
You have come from the Jedi Council. Master Metale wishes to speak with you. I will inform him that you are here. Remain at this location until he arrives.
My protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored, though I think your time would be better spent interrogating the Sandrels as to the whereabouts of my son Shen.
Yeah, if you could just tell me where they are, that would be wonderful. Why are you so certain that the Sandrels are to blame?
Many years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here, the Sandrels arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since. The injustices the Sandrels have committed against the Metales are far too numerous to name. But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandrel droids trespassing on my land.
Still feeling that food coma? I totally understand, Scorns. What were they doing here?
I have no idea what nefarious purpose lay behind their arrival. My own assassination, perhaps? Destruction of my property? Maybe a simple spy mission? I wasn't about to find out. My own security droids destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived. It was shortly after this incident that Shen, my only son and heir to the Matali estate, vanished. Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandral clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids.
Uh-huh. I shall go and speak to Nurik Sandral. Where can I find the Sandrals?
Follow their stink south of here and you shall find them. I demand action on this matter, Jedi. Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Now I understand. I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done. I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for rescuing Shen from the Sandrals.
Oh.
I will present the
Sure.
credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you.
Uh-huh. Make it 2,000, you have a deal. I understand you are upset, Alan Matali. Rest assured, I will find Shen.
Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including raising the entire Sandral estate. Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
Oh, that good, huh? Okay, so south. We go south from here. That way. Easy enough, I think.
Yes?
What? Okay, cool. Question. Has anybody else been keeping up at all with any of the information for that Star Wars Eclipse game? I know that we're supposed to be looking at it in 2024 or 2025, supposedly. I, for one, from what I've seen on the trailer of it, thought that it looks like it's going to be quite phenomenal. So you've got carbs, more pie, more cider, more fatty contents, making me not want to get up off my ass, trek on. I totally understand that. Yeah, it's difficult. All this great food around this time of the year makes it very difficult to continue doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Yep, I definitely understand that. Anyway, Star Wars Eclipse. It looked to me like the developers for it are actually the team that did the Heavy Rain and I think also Beyond Two Souls. Unfortunately, I knew the game was coming out, but I haven't heard anything slated release dates. They said it was like a 5-year developmental time, and that announcement was made, or it wasn't a 5-year, it was like a 3 or 4 year developmental time, and it was announced in 2021. So, I mean, it's entirely possible there could be some additional delays to it, but all the same, you know, I'm kind of hoping that by the next year we will hopefully have more information on it, because that initial trailer we got for it looks so good. And it kind of looks like it's going to be a bit more on the High Republic side of things. Possibly. My Tekken 8 pre-order locked in. Very good. Very nice. Oh, missed. There we go. 5 Nights at Freddy's time. We took edibles. Oh boy. Sounds like you're in for a good trip then. Enjoy the show. Let us know how it goes. And we will chat with you some other time, Rar. Have fun. Hey.
You cannot win.
It's weird, that rush thing that we're supposed to be able to do is not working. Anything around back here? Doesn't look like there's anything of any importance around here. Oh yeah, we probably should be checking the remains. Light armor. Dead settler. Thanks for that hydrate and the loosen up. Scorns, I figure you probably are sitting on a pretty good wealth of channel points by now. I'm a little surprised that all you want is the hydrates and the loosen ups. Or perhaps you're saving up for an opportunity to pick the next game. Yeah, the next time that the pick a game option will be live is going to be after we play whatever wins on the current poll in the Discord server. So right now we're still sitting pretty with Spyro Reignited being the current winner of the poll. However, it is only winning at the moment by 1. So yeah, it could all change before that actually comes to an end. And the ending of that poll will probably be decided fairly soon, seeing as we were only going to be on this poll as long as we were playing Knights of the Old Republic. Okay, where did everybody else go? Posting that Discord. How'd your other stream go the other night? Okay, it's time to use the level up. See, I have one additional point I can use. I can either use on treat injury, mounted damage shield when used in med pack. If I ranked the number of ability of healed. Well, yeah, we could do that. Why don't we do that? Feats. Let's find a feat, shall we? +1 point in both demolitions and stealth. Persuade, awareness, and treat injury. Maybe level 8. I think I could do this one actually. Reduces attack penalties for characters using double-bladed weapons or two weapons, one in each hand. We aren't actually currently using 2. I wonder if that changes down the road. Adds a +1 attack bonus with melee weapons. Let's use that, actually. Powers. by armor. Patient's body should allow for the duration of the effects 36 seconds. Movement speed is doubled. Defense increased by 4. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Force aura. Power is active. Jedi is temporarily granted a +2 bonus of defense saving throws. The effect lasts for 20 seconds. His power shields the Jedi in the Force, absorbing the first 15 points of damage from sonic, fire, cold, and electric attacks. Damage over and above the first 15 points is suffered as normal. Effects last for 120 seconds. Seems like a good thing to use. Let's do automatic here and automatic here as well. First playthrough, yes. How's it going? Pure Pazak Chess. Welcome in. Welcome in, yes. This is my first time doing Knights of the Old Republic. Mama says hi. Hello, hi, Mama. My entire hands and thumbs were not sturdy enough by the final hour, and I was really contemplating going a little further. The fighting game fanatic wants to keep things a little normal this time, but that happens when you get sucked in and easily distracted. Oh yeah, it's easy to lose track of the time for sure. Getting so involved sometimes. Yeah, so this is my first time playing Knights of the Old Republic. I've been enjoying it pretty good so far. Night speed adds 1 attack per round, so if you're using Flurry, it's quite good. Dominate Mind is also great for conversations if you want that sweet Force Persuade. I would not recommend auto-leveling your party in future. There are a few characters who will auto-level super weirdly. Okay. I'll try to be more mindful of that going forward. My expectation was that with this game having other characters that are pre-established, the game would have taken those things into account, what would be best for those characters, and how they would best level up. If that is not the case, then I will not do that anymore. Oh, right. We got murdered over here before. We are a higher level than we were. So let's see what we can do over here now. Yeah. Yeah, I know that there's some things that are restricted by the armor. I have not changed out armor in a while. Probably should do that. The thing is, though, personally, my personal preference with playstyles is typically more of a heavier build. So anytime I play as anything with a fighter, I love heavy armor. I love two-handed weapons. I love really just getting in there and dealing a massive amount of damage. So honestly, the some of the perks that you lose out from not wearing that armor is just kind of like, but you want me to sacrifice my armor for the sake of these extra abilities, and that's just not the kind of person that I like to play as. I think Force Jump doesn't work either with armor on. We've actually had Force Jump come through a few times. May offer small advice about heavy armor characters. I mean, yeah, I'm happy to take any Alright. Worked out a lot better this time around than it did last. Sandral Grounds. Here we go. Canderous, your resident Mandalorian, goes crazy as a dual weapon melee guy. He can wear the heavy armor most party members can't. What's for dinner? I don't know, V. You didn't tell me what you're doing for dinner tonight. I had pizza. It was wonderful. Oh, I think this is that droid we needed to find. Russian lady join yet? Well, she probably has, but we haven't been back to the ship because I'm trying to clear out some extra stuff before we proceed with the main story. I am guessing. Personal assistance droid. That was quite a beating you took. Oh, that good, huh? They abused you.
That would be one way of putting it. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even.
Nice.
She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
Try to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy all the time.
You don't want to know.
Oh, probably not.
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact,
interesting.
That was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds.
Sought them out. Pizza, why are you stealing my pizza? I wasn't stealing your pizza, I made my own pizza. If your Jedi isn't satisfying your heavy armor fighter needs, Canderous can take that role. Okay, well, I will try to be a little bit more flexible on that. It's just that is usually the role I like to take, personally. But, yeah, I can mix it up a little bit. Mission Val gets crazy damage when behind enemies. That is good to know. So, I think, if I remember correctly, she is the rogue of this, right? So, she would honestly do best. Yeah. It's kind of the equivalent of the assassination that rogues are usually good for. A little pizza thief you have become. Oh. I'm not a pizza thief. Like I said, I made my own. How's the no soda hot streak coming? So the no soda thing has kind of been a little bit loosey-goosey lately. I'm definitely not doing it as often as I had been doing it, but I haven't had the streak that I had since before the bonsai thing. Yes, no soda, please, unless you're at parties. Yeah, I've been having a couple... So I had some when I had COVID last week. I was trying to do my best to limit to only doing, like, a Sprite per day, but some of that congestion was awful, and water was just not doing it for me. Tried to do the Gatorade thing as well. Gatorade was just, like... is just not doing it, so I've relied a little bit on Sprite to get me through the whole COVID sickness thing, so did my best with that. And then other than that, really, you know, had a couple of Mountain Dews since October, and that's been about it. So had one yesterday with Dungeons and Dragons, so that was about it. You sought them out, or are you suicidal or something? You want to get away that badly?
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me?
Gosh. That was a moral dilemma, isn't it? I'll destroy you and tell you why you did it. Now you should go back to her. I'll destroy you and tell you you're still out there. Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you, kind sir. You have my eternal gratitude.
Goodbye, droid. The Gatorade's too sweet and overpowering for me. That's why I have vitamin water and vitamin zinc contents. Assists very much so for my sickness. Yeah, so the thing is for me that the vitamin water and stuff, it just does not have enough to cut through when I'm feeling awful and congested, so really I just do the best I can.
Let's make this quick.
But you know, if you can make it on just the vitamin water alone, then that's great. Or Android, why does it have to end dead? Euthanasia. I mean, it really wasn't providing any other alternatives. I guess we could have just let it stay out there, but... Why do I keep getting stuck on things? Okay, let's take a look at what other options we have for armor here. So it has been a while since... Oh, right. Let's see. Jedi robes, defense bonus 1, max dexterity. I wish that this had something that could show me. So right now our armor class is roughly 19. Defense bonus is 6. Yeah, we'd be losing 5 points. That's painful. That is very painful. Max dexterity bonus plus 5. Akani light armor. It's not too bad. Tangled. No, I don't want to talk to you. I wanted to heal us. I'm gonna tell the crazy lady who killed the android for death over staying with her. Yes, as a matter of fact, I am going to tell her that.
You shall fall.
Oh, that one looks like it might be a little bit meaner. It is an albino. Usually in gaming, that means that it's going to be harder to kill. Do you think what you're doing with Zalbar might be better served by Canderous, since Zalbar can't wear armor? The albino. If we're not gonna mess with it, then let's not mess with it. Shit, I think everybody's gonna die. Nah. They got roped in. Oh dear. Okay. The thing is, though, I'm looking at the stats for Zalbar, and Zalbar has a really high strength score. He doesn't have as high of a dexterity score. Having Zalbar as a melee fighter makes more sense based off of his stats. That's off of my perspective of this game, anyway. Like I said, this is my first time playing it, but in Dungeons & Dragons, you don't give strength-statted people the ranged weapons, you give them the melee weapons. Return to Ebon Hawk from the map screen and teleport back to the map screen again to reset. Yeah, that is also an option. It would probably stand to do that, so let's do that. It's a good suggestion. Let's come back over here. Can't wait for Sith Lady. Let's see if we can do return to Ebon Hawk. Very strong when he's a glass cannon because he can't wear armor. He should be using sword. It's a good idea to use Canderous instead of Zalbar for hard fights. Friends are dying, yeah. It's okay, we got them fixed up. And now we'll head back. Strong has low dex, he can wear heavy armor. I really don't want to. Okay, fine, no. We're not. Let's not do it. I want to get roped in with that stupid thing again. Non-family members are not permitted. Entrance. Need a different entrance. Gotta find the front door. That wasn't the front door? Canderous strong and has low dex, can wear heavy armor. I'll take a look at Canderous again here, probably soon. I do sometimes like to rotate through characters, get to know them a little bit better, so I can make that opinion on which one I want to use long term. On behalf on the Jedi Temple.
The Council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's
So
disappearance, you are wasting
Canderous
your
is
time.
cancerous.
The Sandals are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
I'm a Matale witch hunt. Not in league with the Matales, but I must speak to Nurik.
Nurek left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurek will meet with you there.
Cool. You're the front. I'm gonna get footage for that show next week. Oh, don't you worry. I'm absolutely gonna make sure I get some footage. Yeah, I'll be.
I have been informed by my
Sorry,
protocol
1 second.
droid that you wish to speak to me.
Your son Cassius is dead. I've seen his body. I want to ask you about the disappearance of Shen Matale.
Cassius is dead? I was afraid of this. Yet in my heart I knew it must be true. What happened to my son?
He was killed by Cathhounds while exploring the Dantooine ruins. Yes, this is Cathhound chew toy.
Cathhounds? I was so certain the Matale family was to blame. But this changes nothing. My own son is dead. Why should I shed one tear about the disappearance of my bitter enemy's son?
Typical. Anything to continue the feud which has become so customary to you people.
I must ask you something, though it is difficult for me. My son had a diary, his private, personal thoughts. Now that he is gone, I have nothing else to remember him by. Please, the diary means more to me than it ever could to you. I will give you 100 credits for its return.
Here's the diary, Nurik, but you may keep your money. I need no reward for this task. Here's diary. I don't know. I don't think I'm so bad for taking money when it's being offered.
I thank you for this. The diary is all I have left of my son. We have nothing further to discuss. Please, leave me to my grief.
Ah, well, we didn't find out anything we needed to know about the other dude. Kill the bald bastard. Bastila is stuck up sometimes, she's right. Do I like carne asada tacos?
You are here
As a
from the
matter of fact,
council,
I
are
do.
you not? Looking for Shen Matale?
Yes, we are. A few characters with slightly unexpected builds. Canderous should be melee, but you might also benefit from Juhani being on ranged weapons. That is interesting. Yeah, the thing is that if they put in these characters that do not entirely fit their practical uses based off of their stats, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. But you know, it's not a deal breaker. It's fine. Carne asada, yes. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing that live show on Thursday, Scorns. But we're not gonna stay to see August Burns Red. We're just staying long enough to watch Crystal Lake. We'll hang out for Spite, and then hang out or get to see Brand of Sacrifice. But after that, we gotta exit because we got work on Friday. So, Baldy was the father of the android. Yes, V. That's how that works. I think my wife thinks I'm Bastila. Is that how that works? She responds best to mocking rather than praise. Oh dear. Do you know something about Shen's disappearance?
My name is Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassius disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Does this have anything to do with what happened to Shen?
My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
It's not necessarily that they aren't useful based off their stats, more than the weapons they start off with don't fit their stats. That is weird. That is kind of very weird. They would give people different stats than the weapons that they're assigned. It's just kind of like a... Really? Alrighty. So Brand of Sacrifice is amazing live. You'll enjoy them. I have no doubts. I'm very much looking forward to Thursday. Judge him. What has your father done?
You must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Kill the Baldy. Please tell me what happened.
My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassius.
I see. Well, there is the answer.
I killed her too.
The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No. Since Cassus went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Metales are responsible for what happened to Cassus. I'm afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
Why are you telling me all this?
Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
What is the problem between your families?
Alan Matale and my father have had problems ever since they settled on this world. To hear my father tell it, Alan is a brute and a bully, but a rich one. He feels his credits give him the right to step all over normal people. My father stands up to Alan because no one else will. But now he thinks Alan has taken my brother Cassus and has imprisoned Shen as revenge. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
Alright, well, seems pretty conclusive. Okay. So yeah, we'll save it here as well. This is one of the extra file locations here. So yeah, mission gets away with melee if you position her behind enemies. Everything else is bad, yeah. I guess that is kind of interesting. She is supposed to be the rogue, and yet she is fitted with blasters, if I'm not mistaken. That doesn't actually let me open these doors. Cool. Alright, I think we're gonna go around the side then. Don't use the sneak attack system because there are other characters who can do more damage with a sword. Her dex is super high, so it makes sense to make her a sniper. The thing is that I'm fully aware that this is probably something that you could get a lot more out of the more you put into it. But I'm really going for a casual playthrough. I'm probably, you know, more likely to just try and figure things out as I go. But we'll see what happens. I'll try to take these things into consideration as we go along, because anything that will give us a tactical edge will definitely help. But yeah, I can see that we've got some very loyal fans in here that very eager to watch others. That's good. I actually really enjoy seeing veterans of the series. Gun Jedi are insane. Security room. I wonder what we can find through the security room. Who's surprised? This doesn't look like a security room, this looks like a hallway.
No problem. Didn't work.
Skill too low. Need to put more into being able to unlock things. Is he likely to be down one of these hallways? She has the skill to pick locks and recover mines. She goes pretty crazy with sniper shot. You don't have to put that much intention into leveling her, but you shouldn't auto-level her. Oh dear. Oh, just opening this locker instead of actually trying to do any damage here. There you are.
Find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever.
This is
I
the
would
same
take you to the
person we were
prison, but I
talking to
cannot
before.
let my father see me with you. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
You want pecan pie? You'll have to make it yourself.
Find Shen and free him.
Pazak in the
You are my
username, but
only
you
hope.
absolutely don't have to min-max to enjoy this game. Yeah. I don't even min-max when I play Dungeons & Dragons, and I'm a DM. So, for me, objectively, it has everything to do with more just enjoying the story out of it. I do try to follow along a little bit with what the character stats are good for, but if they're not statted for what they are technically good for, you know, is kind of like, do I want to go through the effort of trying to correct them all in this casual playthrough? Honestly, like I said, I'm probably not going to be putting that much time and effort into it. I am curious in seeing story, and that's usually what I primarily focus in on anything that I play, is story. I love a good story in anything. I am a huge Star Wars fan. I played a lot of Star Wars games, and I love the shows. All the stuff that they've been adding in. I know a lot of people have issue with the way that Disney has been handling things, but personally, I've been enjoying a lot of those shows as well. I don't know. Personally, I find myself to be a very large Star Wars fan, and it's been a long time coming to actually play this game, and so I am going to be playing the game, and I might not play it right, but, you know. Story reason specifically, may I offer a mechanical tip? Absolutely. Go for it. They have a particular quest leaving the building and coming back with mission instead of Zaalbar might be a good idea for resource extraction reasons. Yeah. I'm here now. I'm probably just gonna finish it up as it is. How's it going, Reaper? You want coffee? I can't make you coffee, but I'm sure you have the resources to make that happen. How's it going? Good morning to Finland. How you doing this morning? Needs more Star Wars content. This channel could stand to have more Star Wars content.
What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
Protagonists should get good at computer science and repair. I think that I've actually got my character kind of statted in that general direction, so I think we're actually on the right track there. So appreciate that input, though. Hi, Finland. Notice us. I'm here to rescue you, Shen. Anyone tell you ask too many questions? I'll sit down and shut up.
Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
I'll protect you, Shen. Let's go.
It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
Are you a little short for a rescue party? Oh, the uniform. It's cold and we have shit ton of snow. That doesn't sound quite so much fun. But I mean, unless you're going to go outside and play with it, then there is that. Do you have your little one this weekend? You're going to want those 2 skills to unlock some specific stories regarding your droids. We don't serve their kind here. Is your armor a mod? It's gorgeous. No, I'm just playing this on the Switch. I'm not sure what I picked up. I needed something that wasn't Jedi robes, and since we were looking at different armor types that were not heavy, this was a light armor option I'd picked up, and so I'm using it. I'll tell you what it is here in just a second. How can I get you to come with us? What if we take Rahasia with us?
If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Alright, Romeo. Why do you care so much about Rahasia?
I was taught to hate the Sandrals, to think of them as evil and subhuman. But from the moment I saw Rahasia one day in the city, I knew that my father was wrong. She was like an angel, all white silks and perfume, seeming to float above the crowds. I don't know what else I could have done but fall in love with her. For months I wooed her and tried to win her heart. I believe I have succeeded, but now this has happened. Our families are always coming between us one way or another. Please find her and convince her to run away with me.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm wearing the Ekani light armor. That is what it is. Shen really said she wears the pants, bro. Seriously, though. Yeah, we ain't getting out of here without Rahasia. Yeah, so it's the Ekani light armor that I've got equipped. So, since it is light armor and it does offer a bit more defense than the Jedi robes, that is why I'm going to select to use this. Even if it is not technically the best for the character that I'm playing, it is a good solution to the problem that I have as playing light builds.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
Yeah, I'm trying to rescue Shen, but he won't leave without you, Rahasia.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it. But I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Okay. Works for me. Med packs. Alright, bro, we're getting out of here.
You're back.
Yeah, she promised she would meet us outside the gates.
I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Cool. That was easy. Alright.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahasia.
Bastila, you're in the way.
She managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
There's no problem. Shen's father promised a reward. We should get out of here quickly. I'm not too worried about that reward.
You're right. We should go as fast as we can. I don't know how long it will be before my father realizes we're gone.
You're right. We should.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father.
Mr. Sandral.
Nurik.
Donkey!
I knew this was all your doing. Knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
You two just need to calm down. Why don't you just shoot each other and get it over with?
Please listen to him, Father.
Why should I listen to the Jedi? All you want is to remain with that Sandral harlot.
Oof.
My daughter is not a harlot, Matale dog!
Why don't you calm down now? Why don't you try listening to your children?
Our children don't know enough of what's good for them to make a reasonable decision.
It's better to let older, wiser heads like ours make the decisions.
No.
Rahasia and I don't want you to make decisions for us. We want to live alone away from you.
For 5 minutes!
Boy! If you want to live
Finding out
alone,
the
then
crystal
so
cave you
be
ran
it.
into earlier.
I disown you.
I was
Never
intrigued about
set
that crystal
foot
cave.
in my house again.
Insolent boy, if you want to live alone, so I disown you and never set foot in my house again. There you go with Shen, Rahasia.
Rahasia, you will not leave with this Matale boy!
I think that's her decision.
Father, and you can't stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl!
Do not try to force them to return. Do not be so selfish and erratic. Let them go.
You expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
No.
You will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahasia.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
Yep.
It is your fault, darling. You were always too violent.
I haven't
for
smelled
your
the
own good.
pheromones.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war droids.
You don't need to fight anymore. Shut up.
Do not tell me what to do, Jedi. The Council will hear of the trouble you caused here today.
Oh, good.
Indeed they shall.
Okay, cool. Oh well. There's a way to get the dads to buy their kids a house. I don't remember how. Well, it was interesting all the same. Let's see. Where is that crystal cave? That was over here, right? Path north. Cave entrance. Yeah, let's go and scope that out. Can't use burst of speed. I think this armor is not the right thing for it. Let's see. I think we're gonna have to go through a few enemies in order to get to that cave again. Second best outcome. Woohoo! I'll take it. Good enough for me.
I heard of
So seeing as we have a couple of folks in here that are not familiar faces, I'd just like to take a moment and say that I'm really glad you guys are here. I am Commander Sargent. I consider myself to be a Zelda variety streamer. I do have a very long time love for Star Wars. It was honestly one of the things that I grew up with. My mom and I watched Star Wars a lot when I was a kid, and it's been a favorite. Although I have not played nearly as many of the games as I probably could have, I do still have a lot of intrigue for a lot of the stories in Star Wars. So on this channel, we've actually been working a lot on Legend of Zelda playthrough, which usually takes up the Tuesday streams. We've been doing an entire series playthrough of Legend of Zelda, missing only 2 titles. And we're going to be starting Tears of the Kingdom on Tuesday, which will be my second time playing through the game. Our variety nights kind of range all over the place. I have a pretty comprehensible list of everything that we've done on this channel in the About section of the channel. So if you'd like to take a look through that, you'll be able to see kind of what kind of content you'd expect to see here in the future as well. These things are awful. Small plus on the ropes, dexterity, dodge, chance. Yes. The benefit of using Jedi robes. I got their Arcane Wrath in the first game. I've actually had a few people coming in asking if I was intending to play Knights of the Old Republic. I think that the sequel is actually in the future. I am enjoying this enough that I see myself doing the sequel as well. Probably I'll have to wait until I actually take these things out before I try to heal myself up. Okay.
Yes?
Yes?
These fragile eggs can be easily destroyed, snuffing out the innocent life within. I don't think we actually want to do that, though, do we? We have acquired a lightsaber crystal. Sweet. An additional one, huh? Crystal formation. Acquired a lightsaber crystal. This game is a great Star Wars story. The sequel is a deconstruction of the general concept of Star Wars. Interesting. Minus the Disney effect. So, for me, I can't lie. The first 2 of the sequels, this is a very controversial matter for a lot of people. Personally, I really had a lot of intrigue towards The Force Awakens, and I really kind of liked where they had gone with the Last Jedi. I thought the Rise of Skywalker was kind of atrocious and awful. Definitely a downfall of the fact that they had 2 entirely different directors in the middle of this series. So for me, I was very intrigued with where they were going as of the end of The Last Jedi, but you know, I know a lot of people who just absolutely don't like it. I don't think that it's necessarily, well, yeah, it is entirely Disney's fault. It is entirely Disney's fault that they did not properly manage how they wanted that storyboard to go, that they literally just handed the reins over to 2 entirely different directors with entirely different visions, and that they were literally contesting each other to try and figure out where the series is going to go. However, Dave Filoni's contributions, I feel, have been very solid, personally. Quite solid. The exception of a few things that have shown up in the series, as far as like things like the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, The Mandalorian, up through seasons 1 and 2 of Mandalorian were really good. Really enjoyed those. I also really did enjoy Ahsoka, although a lot of people do not particularly care too much for that. I don't love the actress that they picked, Rosario Dawson, for for Ahsoka, I don't feel she properly portrays the character. But I'm one of those individuals that I will accept some margins of difference, even though it has greatly altered, you know, the feel for the series over the years. But personally, I'm for it. I'm along for the ride for the most part. What would you say your favorite Zelda story game is? Ocarina of Time, by far, is my favorite of the Zelda series. I've been playing the Ocarina of Time game for pretty much the entire time that it's been out, the 25 years. In fact, I even made a little post about it in my server the other day, how about my entire life would probably be different if it hadn't been for Zelda Ocarina of Time. It was a very influential game to me as a child. It really has kind of shaped who I am as a person overall. It's very good if you're willing to explore the nooks and crannies of some of this hard to penetrate. For Knights of the Old Republic 2. I really like The Last Jedi because it managed to make real jokes within the universe, almost deconstructing, but without quite pulling it off. Yeah, the scene, I think, that irritates people the most is that scene where it looks like a ship is coming down, landing, and it looks like an iron, and it turns out it is, in fact, actually a press iron. I honestly had a good laugh at that. A lot of people thought that was too corny in a place of Star Wars where it should not have been. But personally, I thought it was for a good laugh. The general direction that they were going with The Last Jedi, I thought was actually really good. The concept of allowing the past to die, Rey not needing to be anybody or being from any kind of a lineage that was really of any kind of importance was really phenomenal to me. You know, breaking away from this idea that in order to be great, you have to come from the Skywalker line or the Palpatine line or whoever. You know, this idea that you can come from greatness regardless of who you are. I am all for that story. And just for J.J. Abrams to get pissed off about that and spend literally half of his time on that third movie trying to retcon pieces out of The Last Jedi, it's just awful. So I do somewhat hope that there is some amount of truth to the rumor going around that Disney has considered redoing the sequels. I don't know how they would do that, considering the content is out there. I don't know how you uncanonize something you spent billions of dollars on. You never know. You never know. Oh, Elden Ring, yes. Love Elden Ring. Force Awakens is analogous to Phantom Menace. They're both sort of echoes of A New Hope that switch out elements of the story. Yes. There was a lot of stuff about The Force Awakens that paralleled greatly with the A New Hope that I was pretty okay with all of that. It was kind of like a call in to familiarity, but we're also about to change things, so get good and comfortable, because this is not going to be the same story, but, you know, here are some elements that help you feel a little more at ease as we begin to change the narrative a little bit. So my only complaint was the idea that the light side being something you resist, Kylo Ren, that didn't seem realistic to me. The idea that I actually hadn't considered that. The problem that he has with the call to the light, trying to force himself into the darkness. I guess that there is a potential opportunity for perspective based off of a viewer's own experiences, I guess. So there's a deep philosophical idea that just came to mind here for me. The idea that it's not for anyone to say whether people are inherently good or evil based off of just how they would be regardless of any external influences. Is a person going to be a good person, or are they going to be a bad person? Is this something that is taught through life lessons as a kid, or is this something that a person is innately born with if they're going to be one way or another? So the thing is that if I had to characterize myself by alignment, I think that I actually come up pretty close to lawful good as a human being. I'm the kind of person that if I've left the store with something that's less than $5 and I realize I didn't actually pay for that item, I absolutely take the time and effort to go back in and pay for it, even though there would be nobody to stop me from just walking off with it. I return my shopping carts. I don't have to return the shopping cart, but I always do it. And I always get a little frustrated when somebody leaves their shopping cart in the middle of a parking stall instead of returning it. So maybe that's just how I am. For whatever reason, I think I come across a little bit more as a lawful good character in this story of life. So that kind of ends up being a little bit of a reflection of my way that I like to play games. I like to be the good hero. I like to see the good outcome that came about from doing the good things and being, right. Even though it wasn't always the easy decision, I like to be the good person. I like to be the good person. Sometimes it is difficult for me to play games where I want to be a bad person. And there will be times where I'm playing a game like Infamous, and it's like, I know that is the objective, but for some reason it gnaws at my insides just a little bit to have to be such a douchebag to NPCs. I'm just like, this is not how I like to play my games, but, it is what it is. So, that's just a little bit about me. SS Rayquaza, how's it going? Oh, sorry, that would be Rayquaza. I should not mispronounce that. If my mother heard me mispronounce Rayquaza, she'd be very cross with me. I really didn't like Ahsoka. She's such a strong character, and Dawson didn't capture all the complex thoughts and expressions she has. The issue with Ahsoka is she's not really a verbal character. She conveys most of her feelings visually. Yeah, that is very true. That is a lot of the problem that I had with Ahsoka's live-action interpretation. Favorite Elden Ring character I have is Ganondorf lookalike. Loved Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I loved Elden Ring when that came out. A lot of intrigue for the macabre fantasy and, again, trying to be the hero out of all of that. I love that Rey is just a nobody. She's great because she tries to learn, not because she's a Skywalker or a Palpatine. I actually really love his issue with the call to the light because it mirrors how other Jedi have resisted or failed to resist the call to the dark side. He has to regularly make the choice to do dark things, and it doesn't come naturally to him. That was actually the point I was trying to get to. I've got kids, and you don't have to teach them how to be selfish. They become free agents, but nature isn't benevolent. So that is just the thing, though. I am also a father, and funny enough, my son actually is trying, he comes up and naturally comes by trying to be a people pleaser. It's something that seems to just come naturally to him. He's only 3.5, and I'm not saying he's always an angel, because sometimes he is a bit of a bully. But when he realizes that he has done something that hurts somebody else, he feels really sorry about it, and he does change his course of action when he is made to realize that his action has led to somebody else being hurt. So there is something about that I don't know if it's something he observed from me, but he's only 3.5, and for some reason he has already picked up on this idea of there are good things and there are bad things. And for the most part, he does try his hardest to do what he knows is the right thing, even when it is a hard decision because it's not really what he wants. Do I read as a trans woman on screen? I've never actually been asked that question. I am a very much he, him. That's just personal. But I am very supportive of trans rights, LGBT, all that. So if you have different pronouns that you'd like to use here, absolutely let me know, and I'll definitely be very kind and very respectful of those things. But I'm he, him, so. Right, so you teach them benevolence, and they can consciously resist the training they receive. They're sort of consciously refusing the pulse of the light. Their upbringing suggests benevolence. They are consciously choosing not to follow that teaching. Yep, so that is kind of like where I was getting at. So Kylo Ren may not inherently actually be evil because he wants to be... for whatever reason, he was made to feel like trying his hardest to be a good person was the wrong thing to do. And now he's pigeonholing himself straight into trying to be this dark force, trying to be this kind of, awful, dark-sided person, even though that is not his actual alignment. Like, there is actually this kind of idea behind it that maybe he shouldn't have taken to the dark side. Not because it's not the right thing to do, but because it's not the right thing for him to do, if that makes sense. He was Hans and Leia's son. I stand corrected. That comes down to his upbringing then, so that makes sense a bit more, it being his nature. Your hair and glasses and some of the ways you speak just remind me of trans women. I know, so I was assuming you were Sheik. No, that's totally fine. I do not take any offense to any of that. No. I like my hair a little bit longer, but yeah. I do kind of come across as a pretty man, and I get called that by my wife quite frequently. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I appreciate that. Girl Sarge, that's a first. He's ultimately closer to a gray Jedi than a real Sith Lord. Precisely. He finds that value in being being in the dark, but he feels a call to the light. The call to do the right things is still inherently in his character, but for whatever reason, he feels like having tried to do the right things in the past has gotten him scorned before. When you wake up in the middle of the night and your uncle is standing over you with the lightsaber lit for no reason, you're just doing your best to try and be what he wants you to be, all of a sudden you're kind of like, okay, this is a problem. I did say scorned. Yes, I did. I'm also a dude with long hair. I get it. I'm just trans, so my brain always assumes trans person before a cis person with unusual gender presentation. For me, the perception matters very little. So, I go by he, him. I've always been he, him, so I am cis straight. And I don't think anything is ever going to change that about me personally. But I understand the value of other people's identities. Personally, for me, I kind of grew up in more of a household where this sort of thing wasn't necessarily challenged, but it wasn't also, like, placed on me. So for me, there's not really anything wrong with, men who are maybe a little bit more effeminate than other men. I'm not a butch person. I've never been a butch person. I'll probably never be a butch person. I don't have genetics to grow full facial hair. Like, what I've got here for my goatee is about all I've got in terms of genetics. I'm just not made for growing facial hair. But my brother, just straight up, full beard and everything. Kylo has also been supported and kind of groomed by Snoke. He's gotten better support from the dark side than the light, because his only light side master has been Luke, who's incredibly suspicious and kind of jumpy. Exactly. So he had a call to the light because of who he is as a person, and a feeling that he should do the right things that are just kind of innately part of his personality, and yet, for whatever reason, that has previously gotten him hurt. So he needs to pursue the darkness, because the darkness is where is actually the most comfortable. People are actually going to take care of me, and I can actually maybe do more good or more progression. I can grow better as a person if I push myself to be more something that I'm not, Just some interesting ideas there for you. So anyway, we've monologued about this for a good minute, so let's dive back into this game. Let's speak to Bastila.
How can I help?
You have something you want to ask me?
I do. How did you know?
Well, your face is all scrunched up like a Kinrath pup.
A Kinrath pup? It most certainly is not. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. Whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of.
Our connection allows us glimpses into each
You're
other's
that thing
mind.
from Sarge.
We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training.
They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
Pure Pazak chess. Okay, so I'm kind of reading where you're at there. So, yeah, you're safe here, and here's my grand philosophy. Regardless of what your feelings are in this grand debate, we are all people, and people all deserve to be treated with respect, regardless of what choices they want out of their own life, regardless of their identity that they feel matters most to them. So, you know, the honorable thing to do is to always just be respectful of other people's ideologies, ideas, beliefs, and regardless of what a person believes about themselves, the most you can do to be a supportive person is to just take it and say, okay, this is what you want to be, this is how we are going to say you are, and everything else is water under the bridge. It's fine. It's all good. So you are safe here. I will never let anybody say otherwise. So I have no proof that I'm people. I could be a transgender crab. You could be. You could be. And that would be really awesome, actually. Kylo also seeks power in a way that doesn't necessarily fit with the light side. He can't be recognized and like the venerated and feared in a light side structure. He wants a kind of attention that the remains of a Jedi wouldn't give him. Exactly. I am an entity. Simply an entity, snapping my pincers menacingly. Terrible consequences for you and for everyone around you. What do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control.
I am a
At this
hellfire.
point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
I will try.
That's good to hear. Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There's great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are
Ooh,
intertwined.
is Sarge going to
Everything
find
one of us
himself in a
does will have
position of
consequences for the other.
trying
Any
to...
reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
I guess we're going to find out how good Sarge actually is. I am a hellfire. And I suppose that you're going to hold on to feeling until your final breath escapes. I won't do anything to hurt you.
I believe you truly mean what you say, for now, but sometimes it is not so
Some
easy to
Mifa
keep such
vibes here.
promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
You guys picked cooler things to be than crab. I'm going to revise mine. I guess I'm some sort of demon crab. In a world where you can be anything, I'm supposed to be a demon crab. Now, I'm not saying I'm Batman, but you've never seen me and Batman in the same room together. Just saying. Snapping my pincers hellishly. I'd appreciate any help you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Okay, so now I think we've wrapped up the side quests that we had here, right? Assassins have taken the role of teacher upon herself, choosing to lecture you about the evils of the dark side. Understandable, considering the bond you two have to share. Missing companion. Oh, right. We gotta go and tell that woman about her droid. I'd almost completely forgotten about that. Which way was out? Oh, no! Seriously, which way was out? Forgotten. This way. So INFP Idealist, you were previously talking about the upbringing of Kylo Ren, how that kind of might have had something to do with his disposition in that feeling called to the light.
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart.
I found your droid, but it may have been destroyed by Cath hounds. I'm afraid your droid has been destroyed. Droid escaped. His nowhere to be found. He's still out there somewhere. Could you tell me what happened? I do not know where I will find him. I'm sorry, I must be going.
My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
You will have to try. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Her achy breaky heart. Where are you going, lady? She's just disappeared. Am I gonna find out that she, like... She's gonna, like, send herself off of a cliff, isn't she? She ran off towards the Jedi Enclave. I was cursed to die, so dancing like flames, after all that I've done, I'll salt the earth and disappear in a sea of fire. Tell me where she is. If I let me wander around for a minute first, see if I can turn her up, and if not, then yeah. Let's see. This way goes to the port. I don't think she's gonna be this way. Doesn't look like she's over here. Can also recommend you play some Pazaak. I previously had somebody else in this come in on a prior session telling me that the only good Pazaak really is just for credits. Now, I can play Pazaak if I need to, but is there some other advantage to playing other than for the monetary gain? Save scum before a Pazaak game for some seriously lucrative games, too. Pazaak is for credits, but it is also fun. Yeah, we actually did take out the dude in the fighter arena. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Oh, was this wasn't my lady that I was talking to, was it? There wasn't enough detail.
I took the loss of my droid much too hard. I feel I must apologize.
Bendoc Starkiller. Yeah, I think that was the one. Yeah, we took him out. Yeah, Space Blackjack. Pazaak is for credits, yeah. Space Blackjack. Yeah, we got it figured out. I played for a little while and then, you know, kind of got a feel for it, just to say that I had the experience for it. So we got the deck and everything. If it's just for money, like, I might go back for it later, I suppose, maybe, but we'll see. Sarge posting RE articles, and I'm a proud strimmer. There's one situation where winning 10 Pazaak games in a row gets you a big discount to the best store in the game. Ooh, that does sound nice. I feel I must apologize. There is no need.
But I must. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, you see. Maybe I thought that through the droid, my husband could live again, be with me still.
I think we understand. Love can do strange things to anyone.
But I went too far. I could not see what was missing in living a normal life. Fortunately, in my grief, I returned here and ran into Sampt, an absolutely fascinating man.
Not half the map, and I... oh, jeez. He seems to be quite nice.
Sampt and I got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. I think we'll be seeing more of each other.
I actually did enjoy the swoop race we played.
And maybe there is such a thing as fate, after all. But I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk about. I just wanted to thank you for what you've done for me, and what you tried to do. Goodbye, and thank you.
Okay, well, looks like we got that figured out then. I think that's pretty much everything we needed to do here. We got that thing with the Mandalorian raiders. You have encountered some Mandalorian raiders plaguing Dantooine and slain them. They did not seem as organized or as powerful as you had been led to believe. Perhaps you are not yet met their most powerful of members. Probably not. Quest for Starforge. That's our main quest. Juhani. The Jedi Council is accompanied by Juhani, a young Cathar Jedi. Yes. Canderous, Karth. Okay, so we've got quests for everybody, essentially. Okay, I think we're ready to leave this place. Significantly better at Pazak than I am at Swoop Racing. The Mandalorians have a boss fight. You haven't found the star map. That's fine. Yeah. I'm sure that there's plenty of stuff that will probably come up later, but yeah, we've wasted a lot of time on this stream today. Which is perfectly fine. I've been just kind of having a good time. I'm just glad that we haven't still been having the technical difficulties that we were having when I started today, because that was kind of really unfortunate. I lost the first half hour of my stream trying to figure out what was going on with my bitrate. It was all over the place and crashed a few times. Canderous.
Yeah, what do you want?
Jeez. Adrenal stimulants. Okay. Guess I don't actually want to talk to you. Ooh, I could have a double-bladed lightsaber. Upgrade bench. Does it say which one is equipped to which? Oh, the double-bladed lightsaber belongs to Bastila. That's right. Doesn't tell me which one belongs to which. The other two are yours. I think the other one belongs to the girl we turned from the dark side. I'm trying to remember what her name was. Man, I guess we could just throw this together and see what we get here. Power crystal. Bonder. Special properties on hit properties. Stun DC 10. 25% for 2 rounds. Upgrade item. Lightsabers. Crystal was... Let's see. Attack +1. Damage +1. I could put both of these in here, couldn't I? Juhani, yeah. I keep forgetting her name. Supplies? It's a store of emergency food and supplies. I'm assuming I can ration out stuff and keep stuff here if I need it. This is actually the first time I've had the opportunity to really wander around in the Ebonheart. Or the Ebonhawk, sorry. Ebonheart. I've got Elder Scrolls Online on the brain. Okay, I think here we go. This is the galaxy map, the Ebonhawk's onboard navigational computer. When you're ready to leave Dantooine, you can use the galaxy map to travel to other planets around the galaxy. A destination is still stored in the Ebonhawk's computer from the last trip Davik made with it. Okay, so we're on Dantooine. Let's see, Yavin, Korriban, Manaan, Kashyyyk, Tatooine. Is there a place I should start with? I don't think Korriban would be a very good idea at the moment, would it? Several of your party members will make items for you if you ask. T3 does computer spikes, Zalbar grenades, Canderous stims, and mission security spikes. Yavin and then Kashyyyk. Okay. Let's do Yavin then.
Lord Malak, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
Well,
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak. Calo Nord, a bounty
Calo
hunter,
Nord
was
is
there
still
when
alive?
Bastila and Karth escaped
Of course
the
he
planet.
is.
Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malak.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you, he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo.
My
But
short
I
king,
desire the
Calo
young
Nord.
Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
Sweet. Name drop, that's Admiral Kareth. I'm assuming this is a name I'm supposed to remember. Things loud much? Saul Kareth, to be precise. I'm gonna sit here and pretend like I have any clue who that is. I was checking our supplies in the cargo hold. Something's not right. Not right? What do you mean? Someone's been in the emergency stash of food. Mission and I have asked everybody, but nobody knows anything about it. You might want to check the food stores the next time you're in the cargo hold. Oops. Well, it probably wasn't Bastila. Juhani, perhaps?
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
You thought the dark side had consumed you. It is nothing.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
Karth, Susan, tell you more about him later. How much have I talked to Karth? Not really a whole ton. He's mentioned more than once that he does not like to talk about his past with people he does not really know. So, I haven't really gone into a lot with him. Do not worry, Juhani, I forgive you.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed.
get into it for with Karth for story reasons. If it comes up, I will definitely try to do so. Thing is, I haven't really had Karth in my party much to this point, aside from at the beginning of the game. Okay. Do I want to put other people in the party for the time being? Nah, just go talk to him. Alright, well, I suppose I can backtrack long enough to go and chat with him. Maybe. Oh, or perhaps not. Okay, I will do my best to try and remember to talk to him at some point. Eh? Who is that? What do you want? I recognize your ship. Davix, isn't it? But who are you? You new or something? Yeah, I'm new, very new. You don't sound like the Trandoshan, and you're not one of Davix. Who are you? What do you want? I do work for Davik. First Persuade, I do work for Davik. Is that gonna work? Yes, now I do recognize. No, wait. What the? I thought you might be, but no. Davik's gone now, destroyed on Terrace. His people are all gone too. So who are you? I feel like telling him I'm a Republic soldier is not going to help, but Republic hasn't been here in 50 years. Don't see why they'd start now. Still, I have nothing against the Republic, so as long as you don't get all worked up, I guess I can let you in. It'd be nice to have someone to talk to for a change. Trandoshans and smugglers aren't exactly stunning conversationalists. No, not particularly. Trandoshans and smugglers. What are you talking about? What are you doing here? I don't have time to stick around. The airlock let me in. What are you talking about? Small spoiler, all your non-droid companions have side quests. It's worth talking to them and getting their backstories, their backgrounds, in order to trigger their side quests. It's how I keep in the loop, you know, but Trandoshan's lizard speak is kind of hard to follow and they have pretty limited something. Smugglers aren't much better either. Probably something about language. Look, it's getting kind of awkward through this door. If you'll just hold on a moment, I'll open the damn thing and we can talk more face to face. Just have to fiddle with this damn door lock. Thing keeps jamming. There we go. Is there any particular direction I'm supposed to go? You don't look like I thought you would. Too human. Don't see many of your kind out here at all anymore. Not since the war, at any rate. What brings you here? Trying to defeat Darth Malik. I seek peace of a to a Star Forge. None of your business, guys. Not a quest for the Jedi Council. Jedi Council? Don't tell me you're a Jedi. You sure don't look it. I am their only hope. Only hope? That's a lot of pressure to put on someone. Oh, for their sake, it's not misplaced. So why don't you mind saying what exactly is Council sending you out to do? I'm trying to defeat Darth Malik. I seek pieces of a map to a Star Forge. Star Forge. Never heard of it. There's nothing in the system except for ruins of Exar Kun's war. Don't buy anything from this guy until you beat him many times at Pizak. I might try that. He's awesome who loves Suvam Tam, but don't waste your money. Exar Kun. Don't tell me you youngsters don't know anything about Exar Kun and that war. But then again, there have been a lot of troubles recently, I've heard. Enlighten me about Exar Kun. Exar Kun was a Jedi to start at least. He came here to Yavin and landed on the 4th moon, the one you can see through the window. There are some ancient Sith temples here, and in them Exar Kun gained terrible powers. He raised the Sith and waged a war against the Republic, much like what seemed to be happening today. But Exar Kun was far more powerful than any Sith Lord who has come since. The very ground trembled beneath his feet, and when he looked at you, you that's all in the past now. I've got my life of staying here and tinkering with the stuff I've found in the ruins, and the things that Trandoshans and smugglers bring to me. I know who the Trandoshans and smugglers are. You're an inventor? You spend all your time here in the station alone? Whoa! Guys, we are getting a raid from the wonderful Halo K. Howdy, Raiders. How are you doing with a party of 11? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, welcome in. Guys, for anyone who does not know Halo K, this is one of my IRL friends that I had in high school. So let's take a second to give shout out to Halo K. Alright. She is a wonderful variety streamer in her own right. I've seen her doing an awful lot of just various things throughout the last few years. So let's see. It looks like you were last playing Spyro Year of the Dragon. Is that right? Very nice. How'd your stream go? I'll give you a big discount if you can beat him 10 times Pizak. If you're into paying full price to buy Pizak, that's valid. Yeah, Spyro. Yeah, it actually kind of looks like we might be doing Spyro here in the near future. So right now I've got a community poll going on, and right at the moment, Spyro Reignited is currently sitting as the #1. He played Mario RPG 2 just a bit earlier today. Nice. That was very good. Yeah, we played Mario RPG. We played the original Mario RPG just before it got announced, so that was something we did like just earlier this last year. But the remake looks really good for it. I've been hearing a lot of phenomenal things about the RPG. So, yeah, I hope you're enjoying that. So Spyro and Mario RPG sounds like you're just having a nice kind of cozy day. Thank you for that follow, Pure Pizak Chess. I really appreciate that. I'm very much looking forward to getting to know you a bit better as you hang out here in the community, and as we continue through some of the other games that we're going to be working on here. It's pretty decent. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you were having at least somewhat of a good time. Yeah, it's likely that we'll be doing some Spyro here in the near future. The community poll right now is being held on my Discord server. Anybody is welcome to hop into the Discord server with the link that Scorns has graciously provided. And yeah, right now Spyro is in the lead by 1, but its contender is Castlevania Advance Collection. We also have in that list Metroid Prime Corruption, which is a title that I'm still yet to play. It's the only Metroid game I haven't played yet. And there's also Lego The Hobbit and Xenoblade Chronicles, which neither one of those are doing super fabulous. So it's looking most likely like it's going to be either Spyro or Castlevania if it pulls ahead for some reason. I have not played the OG, but I'm really enjoying the new one. I've heard that it's basically a 1-for-1, so I would imagine that you're probably getting more or less the original experience anyway. So, but that's cool. I'm glad that you're having a good time with that. Yeah, so we're just playing through some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I've been on a huge Star Wars kick. We've been making some new friends this evening. We have actually 2 new followers this evening, the Christopher04 and Pure Pizak Chess, who's just followed us, as well as there was one other person who was chatting us just a bit ago, Idealists, who's also now just giving us that follow. Appreciate that, Idealists. Just getting to kind of know these other individuals who really familiar with Knights of the Old Republic, having some wonderful in-depth conversations about Star Wars and the philosophy behind some of the light and dark side, talking about the series. It's been kind of really a wonderful evening. We have not actually gotten that much gaming done tonight because we've just been so busy talking. But yeah, and thank you again, Scorns, for reposting the Discord link. So yeah, yeah, Knights of the Old Republic is super fun, but we have not made very much progress this evening. We're just trying to figure out. We're trying to collect some of these map pieces for something called the Starforge, and we're out here at Yavin right now, talking to this Rhodian trying to figure out more about him. So you're an inventor? Maybe a little. I just tinker with the stuff I've found lying around the ruins of Yavin 4, or that Trandoshan and smugglers bring me, of course, with them, usually weapons and things. I just have so many ideas that people haven't seemed to come up with yet. It's really quite astonishing. Spend all your time here in the station alone? Yes, of course. You don't see anyone else around, do you? Well, not entirely alone. At any rate, Trandoshans or smugglers come by every so often. Why did you come to the station? The station is the Old Republic supply depot, and they were fighting Exar Kun. Once they destroyed Yavin 4's surface, though, they didn't need me anymore. Once they'd gone, I decided to move in and use the place for myself. It's not very roomy, but I think it's turned out all right. And it's close to Yavin 4, where I got most of my parts. Nobody comes here except the smugglers and Trandoshans anyway. I think I'd like to ask you something else. What do you want to know? Tell me... He says he didn't know anything about that. How did you know Davik? Not really interested. He used to come here every once in a while to trade. He worked for the exchange, big-time smuggler. The Trandoshans didn't really want to get in on his bad side, so they let it go. But now he's gone. Things are a bit more uncertain. Tell me about the system. This is the gas giant here is Yavin, and it's got a whole bunch of moons right around it. The only real interesting one is Yavin 4, though, and it's pretty much picked clean. What was on Yavin 4? When Exar Kun started a great Sith War 50 years ago, he used Yavin 4 as a base, building a lot of his Sith temples there. When he lost, the Republic came and bombed the surface of the planet, destroying pretty much everything. Pretty much everything? Let's see, you and Yavin 4... I don't think I really need to know much anything else. You sure? Don't have anything you'd be willing to sell me? I'll be leaving now. Suit yourself, probably. Well... so you're saying it I want to see what his inventory is. I won't buy anything just yet. I have a few things kicking around in the place. Stuff the Trandoshan smugglers have brought for me. Look at a few things I have been making from parts. They aren't cheap though. You pay a lot for what I can make, and anything I sell you I can't exactly sell to them now, can I? But if you're willing to pay, I've got a few more advanced things you can look at. Let's take a look. A light exoskeleton. Defensive. Okay. Defensive bonus of 6. Max dexterity bonus of +5. That. Okay. Advanced stabilizer gloves. Blaster bolt deflection. Baragwin shadow armor. Defense bonus of 7. Yeah, it's a lot. All this stuff is definitely more than I could afford at the moment. Baragwin droid shield. Super efficient version of normal droid energy shield. Advanced biostabilizer implant. Advanced sensory implants. Okay. So, here at Yavin, is there really much else that I'm supposed to do? I feel like there was supposed to be something I'm supposed to do here. Access denied. Yeah, he's not going to let me do anything else, huh? Is he all that I'm here for? Hello. Okay, he keeps some weird stuff. I kind of get the feeling like this is all that is here. Damn, he's got... Alright, and there was a recommendation that we talk to Carth and try to progress his story a little bit. He was on the deck.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I want to continue our discussion from this before.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You don't think you'd feel better if you discussed it? Yes, but I'm bored, spit it out. I think you owe me an explanation, Carth.
I suppose you're right. Fine, then. But I don't know why you're so interested, but here goes. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most, Saul.
Was that that was the person you said, wasn't it? Saul, Karat? Something like that. Trying to remember what his name was. Saul. Yep, Saul Karath. That was right. Okay. That name sounds familiar.
With good reason. Admiral Saul Karath is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
He didn't think he would betray the Republic.
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. I mean, even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
So you blame yourself for trusting your friend?
I blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid and I ignored the danger. He nearly destroyed us all. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
So that's all of it then?
No, it's not. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go. Yes.
I don't want to. Fine. I guess he's not gonna let me get further into that. Well, that was interesting. Okay, so now we're headed to Kashyyyk. Yeah, having just played Republic Commando again for the third time. It's loud. So damn loud. I swear, audio balancing in this game is just kind of atrocious, honestly. Bounty Hunter names. I love Bounty Hunter. But yeah, having just played Republic Commando, I just spent a lot of time on Kashyyyk, so I'm just like, oh, of course we're going back to Kashyyyk. And playing Republic Commando on hard mode was something else too. I had to save like every 5 minutes. But Bounty Hunter absolutely needs more love. That game is wonderful. I love Bounty Hunter. We're seeing visions of it. Of something. Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Oh.
A vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine.
That was an awkward pause.
Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here.
Looked like the star map was on the forest floor. Do you think the Wookiees are involved? I don't have time for your visions, Bastila.
The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosha branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest. If the star map is located far beneath us on the planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest, it's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
All right, here we go. Still trying to figure out how to get out. I'm not very familiar with the inner workings of this place yet. Let's... I feel like I really want to roll with Bastila again. But we didn't really give the other folks an opportunity to prove themselves. So why don't we go with Bastila and Canderous for the time being? Yeah, we want this party. So is this collectively everybody's favorite Star Wars game then? Or do people have other favorites? Greetings to you. Well, I am pleased to welcome you to planet G5623. I do not see your ship on my docking schedule. Zerka Corporation will see your needs, of course, but there will be a 100 credit docking fee in advance, I fear. Docking fee? Why do I need to pay that? And some information about the planet. I thought this was Kashyyyk. That is what the dominant indigenous species calls this world, but maintaining this outpost grants Zerka Corporation naming rights in the trade guides. But I'm sorry, I really must insist the docking fees be paid before I impart any further services and must follow proper procedure. Upon collection of the correct fees, I will extend what resources the Zerka Corporation can offer. I'm sure you understand. I don't think I need to pay the docking fee. Perhaps you don't need to pay the docking fee. Any services you need will be more than make it.
The Force should not be used for profit and personal gain. As Jedi, we should be above such things.
Yep, we should be, but I'm not going to pay that. We'll also arrange for translation services for a nominal fee, of course, to be encountering a number of Wookiees while here. That will not be necessary. Very well, then. Only the most adaptive people seem to comprehend the Wookiee language, such as it is. Now then, please follow me to Information Center. I'll answer any further questions there. This is my number 2. Coder 2 is my favorite. Okay, so I should put Zalbar in this planet. Mission in Zalbar. Okay. I'm only going to have talked my way out of that one for the sake of not having to pay the extra 100 credits. Because I'm assuming they're going to ask me for more money as soon as I try to leave. Zalbar and mission. Okay, do that. There we go. For me, kinda, it's not my number 1. What would you say is your number 1 favorite Star Wars game, Scorns? You're not gonna ask me. Cool. Okay, so we are not doing a auto level up anymore. We're just gonna manually. Oh, they still gave me all of our points though. That's cool. Let's see. Should get in stealth, demolitions. I hate that it doesn't let me put in more than one. Let's see. Oh, okay. I have to get past a certain level. Got it. Security, perhaps, then? Everything but stealth. Alright. Repair. Go into computer and repair. Yeah.
Yes?
What?
Sure.
All right. It's been a minute since we've saved, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, I'm probably not going to be playing for too much longer. I have been live now for about 3 hours. I am starting to get a little tired, and my son went to bed early, which means that he will likely get up early tomorrow. Kashyyyk, my home. I should have prepared you for coming here, but I don't know if I've prepared myself. Prepared me? What do you mean? I didn't leave Kashyyyk voluntarily. Mission must have told you how I was fleeing slavers, but there was more. I am an exile. The slavers on Kashyyyk only took me after I was forced to leave my village home 20 years ago. Why were you forced to leave? My brother made deals with the slavers and allowed them to get a foothold. I found out and I attacked him. The fight was stopped, but my father did not believe when I told him my brother's actions. I was made an exile. I disowned by my home and my people. I should not be here. They will not accept me back. Dictionary boy, how's it going? Hello, late from the raid. No worries. Welcome in. All the same. I'm Commander Sergeant. Yeah, we gave the a moment to just kind of discuss a little bit about the channel here. Commander Sergeant, we're just playing some of the Knights of the Old Republic for the very first time today. So thank you so much for joining in with the raid from Halo K. That's greatly appreciated. It's good to meet you. I'd say it's either Bounty Hunter or Republic Commando, but Fallen Order is pretty darn close. Republic Commando was surprisingly pretty good. Next to Bounty Hunter, I'd say Bounty Hunter is superior in my opinion. But overall, yeah, the Fallen Order series is actually pretty good. Although I will say this, surprisingly, I'm finally playing Jedi Survivor on my own personal time right now. I'm not disappointed at the story or anything that's wrong necessarily story-wise with the game so far. Like, it actually seems like it's going to be very intriguing. But I would have thought that they would have taken more time and effort out to refine that game, especially with how long it's been out and how long it's been to have patches. I'm playing it with the 60 frames support, and seeing the awful screen tearing whenever I rotate the camera still being there after all these months of it still being there. Yeah, after several months after its release, it still has the nasty screen tearing. Is kind of obnoxious. And then all the cutscenes drop down to 30 frames per second, and that's really obnoxious as well. I'm just like, why is this game suffering so poorly? I've seen plenty of other games of this caliber that are like doing 60 frame support on the cutscenes just fine. In fact, the cutscenes seem like they would be easier to render. So, don't know. Anyone calls it coder. Yeah, and that is how a lot of people abbreviate it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not exempt. I also call it coder, but... Let's see, your father didn't believe you. Times past, things have changed. Yeah, let's, when I attacked my brother, I was so mad I used my claws. You don't understand what that means to a Wookiee. Our claws are tools, not weapons. To use them in battle is to become an animal. It is madness without honor. I am forever a mad claw in the eyes of my people. Nothing I say is to be trusted. They were right to cast me out. Time has passed and things will have changed. The slavers are still here. This dock is theirs. I doubt anyone has risen to try and fight. Nothing has changed. I just hope I can prove myself to my people. It will be difficult to make them listen. I just don't know. We'll deal with that if we have to. I don't have much hope. Where's Alvar? Mission seems rather distant. Maybe we should try talking to her. Speak to Mission.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
Okay. I want to talk to you about your brother.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Question. So, are people just a matter of, like, repeatedly talking to them before they open up? Or is there actually, like, certain lines of dialogue that you're supposed to use to get them to open up? Aside from shutting them up, because I've recognized that is an option here. But I'm just wondering, with some of these options, if there's, like, different ways that conversations could go, if you could technically block yourself out from getting to know particular characters very well. Embarrassing? Why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Taris. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in a starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
Oh, looks like I've got an overlap on the bots here. That's one of those things I keep meaning to fix. We need to take a minute and fix out some of the extras and problems between the conflicting bots. Your stowaways?
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
He was just doing what he needed to. He's family, you have to stick by your family.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Without my brother, I don't know where I'd be.
Fair
He
enough.
gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive. Showed me how to access into a computer security system.
Welcome back, Rar.
How to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes. And how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Sounds like he was nothing but a petty criminal. Pretty handy skills to have, mission. Let's do that.
Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took
How was your
him from
movie?
me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space
Sorry,
tramp makes
Lena.
my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there
Oof.
something else you need?
Nope. Well, let's see. You know anything about the planet we're on?
I know Zalbar's from Kashyyyk, but he never liked to talk about it. He wouldn't even tell me why he left. I don't think the Wookiees like outsiders much. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, and away we go. I hope you enjoyed your movie. Seemed like you were pretty excited about it. I'm just gonna take this stuff. Don't mind me. I don't think I really want to talk to these people. Patrol guards. Pleasantly surprised it wasn't too bad. That's good.
Hold here, Spacer. Zerka Corporation doesn't recommend traveling in Wild Adean.
Full thoughts on
Katarn
Sarge's
attacks are
Discord.
especially bad right now. Wookiee hunters usually keep numbers down, but I think they leave certain areas infested, just hoping a Zerka guard will get killed.
Can you tell me about the Zerka Corporation?
I don't talk to Wookiee lovers. Get rid of your rug, and maybe I won't have you shot.
Oh, jeez. I want to know about the Wookiees. I should just have them rip your arms off.
You're the Wookiee lover. Why don't you tell me about them? I'm sure you're real close friends.
You know, people get real
Keep your
tough
pet on a
about
leash,
their
or
thoughts
you'll
on
be wearing it.
Wookiees.
I've no love for these animals. I've seen guards ripped to shreds.
And yet here you are just talking this, like, I don't know. You see people you know get ripped to shreds, piece by piece, by a Wookiee, and then you have the nerve to bad talk a Wookiee that has just, like, is just standing right in front of you. How dumb do you have to be? How... I don't get it. I should... I'm going past you. I paid the landing fee.
I won't stop you, but you leave this area at your own risk. We're here to protect the company, not you.
Maybe he doesn't see him. Great walkway, okay. Kind of hard to miss. Wookiees are sneaky. Are they, though? Realize how much of a side character he is. Oh, looks like we got more of these punks to go through. Stealth check's always a natural. Oh good, we gained another level. Damaged defense turrets. And corpse here too. Let's level. Or I could hold on, wait for security. Seems like something we might need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to spend that on the next one. Let's see, what skills do we want? Dominant Mind. That was one that was recommended to me earlier, I think by Idealist, right? I think that was one that you said I should have. Light side power. Let's see. If power can send a surge of energy through the processor of a droid. Stun droid. Spasms in the victim's lungs, causing great pain and inflicting 2/3 of the attacking character's level and damage every 2 seconds. Damn. Night speed is priority. Oh, yeah, add power. Oh. Stun is what's recommended. Let's see, what am I doing here? Let's see. Selected all of your available powers for this level. Are you sure? There we go. Have I heard of orcas targeting boats lately? If you use robes, it doubles your attacks. Okay, fine, I'll use the robes. I just really hate taking that much of a hit on defense. Having an armor class rating of 14 is just not my style. It's really not my style. We'll give it a go. But if I don't love it, I'm changing out. Can you sense it? The wind, the sound, the smells, the feel. All now we are away from the space. I feel it all now that we are away from the spaceport. This walkway is new, probably built by the slavers, but I remember the trees. My village is not far from here. Is there anything I can help you with? It is kind of you to offer, but my problems are very personal. I'm not sure I am ready to deal with them. I must warn you of one thing. I don't know if I will be of help or hindrance to you here. My father was very powerful, a chieftain. Perhaps his feelings have mellowed, but if my brother had his ear all this time, it might be very unwelcome. Deal with that when the time comes. Flight armor lets you use force powers and wear those instead. Yeah, I think that the requirement was really just the you have to be wearing light armor. But yeah, the robes just come at such a cost of armor rating. Deal with that when the time comes. That is what I am dreading. My shame was meant to be forgotten on some faraway world. Never thought I'd come back. I'm sorry, I've taken enough of your time. We should press on. Max dexterity bonus of +8. So it's like it's a trade-off. You're getting additional dexterity bonus for the trade in your defense. Members of the Jedi Order typically wear plain or unassuming garments. So let's see. I had this on instead. Max dexterity bonus of 5. Defensive bonus of 5. Damage resistance. Can I prefer elegant design, brute force? Let's see. That's just kind of information. Dexterity is also dodge chance. I guess that's true. I guess that is a factor I have not really been putting into consideration, so we'll try the robes.
I can't afford this. You think I can? Do you know what they get for a healthy one of those things?
We'll work it out later. We've got company. What do you want, Spacer? I'm Patrol Captain Deno, and you're interrupting Zerka Corporation business.
My name is Sarge. What happened here?
This Wookiee slave got a little rebellious. We had to put it down.
You put it down? We're not animals. Zaalbar, let me handle this. Well, their disregard for the life of this Wookiee is too much. I have asked you to let me handle this. Honor my request. I'll do so for your sake, not theirs.
Careful now. That growl sounded pretty threatening. Keep your slave on its leash or we'll have another accident.
Just shut up, you trigger-happy idiot.
Your superiors approve of you killing Wookiees?
Of course they don't. Why would you ask me that? You're doing some sort of snap inspection? You're trying to get me to admit to incompetence, aren't you? Not going to happen. I stand by my patrol. This Wookiee got out of hand and had to be put down. We'll find another easy enough.
I won't allow you to enslave or kill another Wookiee.
Is that a joke? Who do you think you are?
This posting is trouble, friend. Get out while you can. Press to transfer. Move your patrol off-world.
What are you trying to get away with here? You can't just walk up and start demanding things.
Sure, why
I think
not?
this troublemaker needs an accident. In fact, I think this Wookiee attacked this fool and we arrived just a little too late to help.
Captain, we have blasters. Don't Wookiees use those bowcaster things?
Would you just shut up and shoot?
Oh, cool. Well, it would appear that we are going to be, Yep. Well, we still managed to gain some light side points, so that's cool. Cool, and now the other two get some levels.
Yeah?
Let's see. So it's mission, she can pick up these mines, right? It's now your best combat spell. I need to, yeah, I'll use that here in a minute. Yeah. No. I love how they're killed and yet they're not dead. Let's see. So we're dumping into computer use and repairs. Anything but stealth for her. Pro tip, first thing you do when you start a fight is use force speed always. Okay, I'll try and keep that in mind. Thank you very much. How's it going, Dan Donek? Welcome in. Also on that extra point. Rar, I don't think that Zalbar is very stealthy. Denwar? Didn't hear you. Oh, I was saying I don't think that our Wookiee friend is very stealthy. Dude's a walking brown ghillie suit. Pins right into the floor and the trees. Not to mention. There's a Wookiee guard over here. Do we want to go there, or do we want to check out up here? Supply station. Ten spike seems pretty hefty. Inquire about primary functions. Resource station. Insertion at key patrol points. Access granted by Zerka ID card.
Yeah? Gotcha. Darn it.
Still no, huh? That's a shame. No. Yeah, only 9. Still pretty costly, but I suppose it's worth it for med packs and parts at the very least.
Sure.
Where's Zalbar? I probably should have checked for Zalbar, shouldn't I? Live and learn. Shoot. I keep having this habit of talking to them instead of actually healing. Where is it ultimately that we need to be going here? Just coming in here with all the boops, huh? Oop, found some Dark Jedi.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Oops. Well. That didn't do very much for me. I think we might actually be in trouble here. Alright, made it through. We're gonna save, because it's been a minute. I'm a one-girl booping machine. Boop. Night speed clutch. A little bit. A little bit clutch. At this point, probably be worth it to do that fast travel back. Oh, I can't at the moment. Oh, that's rude. Stop where you are, outsider. You enter the domain of Chundar. Stand aside. This human is with me, and I want access to the home of my people. You have no rights here, Mad Claw. Your human should not have brought this taint upon our land. You must answer to Chundar. What does this mean, Zalbar? What taint? Taint. He means me, and the taint that you have brought back. Shut up. You are nameless with dishonor, Mad Claw. Yours is a foulness that disgusts me. Enough talk. You and your outcast Mad Claw will be taken to Chundar now. Whoa. What about ludicrous speed? Oh. Dang. I thought it had already selected who I needed. My bad. Step forward and address mighty and wise Chundar, outsider. I don't often allow visitors of your kind. You are flanked by Zerka slavers. Are they not outsiders, or have you sold all of Kashyyyk to them? Ah, Brother Zalbar, you've been exiled a long time. You shouldn't speak in that tone. Things are different now. You are a Mad Claw without honor. You have no voice among your own people. I, on the other hand, am chieftain. If you've made deals with slavers, the truth will get out eventually. Nice nest of lies you've constructed. Arm Chundar, you are dealing with me now. You may talk, but no one will believe you. You've had a long time to guide what my people think. They trust me, the mighty Chundar. Even with my brother insane and father enslaved, I rose to protect my people despite it all. Father was enslaved? Mighty Chundar? What are you talking about? You were the runt. I am no runt. Like I said, Zalbar, a lot has changed in your years away. We'll discuss that soon enough. What do you want? Why drag us here? I haven't killed Zalbar because he is my brother, and I hoped he and I could come to an agreement. You are irrelevant. I may be able to put you to use on a menial task. Zalbar and I will have to stay here, of course. What is this task? A simple thing. Another Wookiee has suffered the same fate as Zalbar, gone mad and been exiled, and now lurks in the Shadowlands. More importantly, he's pestering my Zerka allies during their Shadowland expeditions. It is not good for business. I mean, I want to only be interested in the star map and get somewhere with this. He's standing against you, the first of many, perhaps. No one will follow a Mad Claw. He is merely a nuisance. Besides, he cowers in the Shadowlands. My people know nothing of him. Let's go back to my other questions. Let's see, I'm only interested in what I'm looking for, a star map. I don't know anything about something like that, and I don't care. Your concerns are nothing to me. I'll do this, your own dirty work. You don't have much choice. You can flee the planet if you want, but I'm keeping Zalbar here with me. He'll stay until the Mad Claw is dead. Zerka would never let me hold you, but they don't care what I do with fellow Wookiees.
You can't do that! He can't do that, can he? He can't hold Zalbar prisoner just because he's chieftain, can he?
I need Zelbar with me as a guide. No, you won't need him to find your way. Over the years, I have had my people trained to understand Galactic Basic. I tell them it's to better understand the enemy. They think it will make the Zerka easier to fight. Actually, it makes them easier to obey. Remember, you can't beat me here. No one would dare oppose me to join you. Join with an outsider or an exile. You are wrong, brother. Someone would. You say, Chandra, there is someone. Make it good, Zalbar. You are too quick to celebrate, Zalbar. It talks of Freyr, our father. Why, Zalbar? He ordered you exiled when you attacked me. He went as mad as you when he finally discovered the slavers. He dared challenge them alone. He's not been seen since. That was years ago. Let him go, Zalbar. I rule now. I'll take... oh, something. I hate it when the dialogue moves just a little too quickly. See, Wookiees forward. There's prices to pay. I'll take the Wookiees forward, but there are prices to pay. It makes sense, Zalbar, perhaps. Listen to him. Don't listen, Zalbar. It's not worth it. No more words, outsider. I've given my orders. I can't hold you here, but Zalbar will stay until you kill the Mad Claw in the Shadowlands.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll get you out of here. You can count on us.
The guards will let you pass now. Leave the village through the northwest and follow the platform to the south and then east. You'll eventually see where Gorwukin waits for you. He'll lower you to the forest floor. Go. Okay, does this allow me to... Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay. I kind of want to take Juhani, but I don't want to be leaving myself super vulnerable, so I guess we're going to take Canderous. Okay. So he's getting one extra in... Do I want to put that point in strength, or do I want to put that somewhere else? Canderous can wear the heaviest armor. Yeah. Trying to decide where I want that extra point. Would increase his modifier if I do it in strength, but I think I'm gonna go that route. So your tank, I go with Constitution. Melee Canderous OP, go strength. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Demolitions, awareness, retreat injury. Either is good though. Yeah, I figured probably. Well, definitely wanting to get that additional, getting the additional point in his strength modifier. Where is the Amiibo redemption? It's not currently active at the moment. It is supposed to only be for when we're playing the Zelda games. Rar. Question is, what should I give this guy? Adds a +1 attack bonus with melee weapons. What is he currently equipped with? Flurry. Flurry is the recommendation, huh? So he's got more levels. Character will use their currently equipped weapon in combat. Characters with force powers will use them appropriately. Characters will not. Let's see. Is that really what I wanted to do here? Let's see. If I level them up again. Flurry will be best for your character as well. It stacks with night speed. Oh, okay. Improved. I'll probably give him the improved Flurry while we're at it. Jeez, how many levels does he have? And 2 weapon fighting. Where should I put this? Two weapon fighting. Okay, that looks like it's finally done. Okay, so at the moment he's currently equipped with blasters, but we can fix that. That's all good, Reaper. I appreciate the input with some of these characters. There's a lot of options with these characters, and trying to know for sure what to equip them with can be a little bit troublesome. So I'm personally all right with the backseating currently going on. When used in conjunction with this armband, produces an effective barrier against melee attacks. Improves the wearer's reflexes by triggering prolonged bursts of adrenaline. Wake up and smell the Salo Cafe. Oh, you need this is for the implant. Awareness +2, improved power blast. Proficiency in light, neural band. Will +3. Awareness +2. We'll go with that.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna save this thing again. Yeah, I'm pretty loose on it. Okay, now then, transit back. Oh, did I not equip? I thought I equipped some armor for him. I had every intention to do just that. Yeah. Heavy combat suit, makes dexterity. Defense bonus of 6. Davix Warsuit. Defensive bonus of 8. Max dexterity bonus of 3. I think we're gonna give him that.
Huh?
Yes?
Coffee is life, or rather the elixir of life. Okay, seeing as we got everything about where we wanted at the moment, I might need to wrap up for the evening. I'm starting to wear out a bit, and like I said, I had to put my kid to bed a little bit earlier this evening than I normally would, which means he's going to be up early. So, I think this is probably as good a place as any to put this down for the time being. So, I just want to take a second and appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out this evening, as we've been making some progress on our Part 4 of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic playthrough. Appreciate the input from all of our new friends that have come in and assisted with the characters and trying to help me to understand what works best for some of these characters, since there is just a lot that can be gone over for, with each of these characters and what they're good for. So, we are going to give a raid to Crethian Omega, who's currently working on a Zelda. I think it looks like he's doing a Majora's Mask randomizer, so that's who we are going to give our raid to this evening. Thank you so much to everybody who came and hung out with me. Really appreciate all of you guys for coming in and just chatting, hanging out. Special thank yous, especially to the Christopher04 for following me, the Pure Pazak Chess for following me, and for INFP Idealist for following as well. And the raid from Halo K, thank you everybody from her community for joining in on that raid and participating. You guys are all very wonderful people, and I'm looking forward to getting to know some of these new folks a little bit better as we proceed through this game, and hopefully some additional titles in the future as well. If you haven't already, Buenos Nachos. I could go for some nachos right about now, won't lie. If you haven't already, definitely feel free to join that Discord server, which Scorns has been so gracious to post for me. We're currently doing a community poll in there that allows for us to determine what will be the next game played here on this channel once we are done with Knights of the Old Republic, which the current leader of that poll is Spyro Reignited by only 1 vote, the runner-up behind it being Castlevania Advanced Collection. So, you guys kind of have a bit more of a say in what gets played here on the channel, so definitely join the Discord server. That is also where all of my scheduling information, as well as any changes, plans, or anything, that's where it all gets posted. Plus, we just have a lot of categories in which to hang out and chat with overall. So, anyway, I'm in the know, Spy. Really appreciate all you guys, and all my regulars, of course. We had King, we had Reaper, we had Rar. V was in here earlier. Got the Scorns. We got just about a lot of the regulars that were in here this evening. If I had missed anybody, thank you. You guys know who you are, but thank you so very much, and especially to the lurkers, just for being here and contributing through that manner. Really appreciate all of you. We'll give this raid to Crethian Omega for the Majora's Mask randomizer. And I will chat with you guys on Tuesday as we begin Tears of the Kingdom for my second playthrough on the Zelda evening. So, all right, guys. Until then, stay safe, stay warm, stay hydrated, all that wonderful stuff. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for Zelda. Take care.